Grand Rising, everyone. Much love, much respect to everyone. Power to the motherfucking people. Flat motherfucking power. Hopefully everybody good this Tuesday afternoon. Power to the motherfucking people. We're gonna start this off like we always do. Shouting out the people, the sponsors, playing some music, man. Flat motherfucking power to the flat power family. Let's go, man.
Class in session. So it's time for you to get the notes. The quickest way to sell your soul is when you niggas vote. This shit I'm kicking is forbidden, better listen, bro. A politician preaching love is the biggest joke. See what they do is use the shit as a tool. Got us focused on these fools and putting shit in our food. Fighting to free your mind is kinda hollow but true. The system make you a zombie if you follow the rules, so we rebel. But not too many live it to tell, till they find the cheat code using digital scales. Paradise is aborted when the mission is failed. Heaven and hell collide like prison and jail. And you don't need religion just to say you awake. You even dumber than you look, you think you came from an ape. Religion needs science, science need religion. One tell a story and the other paint the picture. But listen, nigga, if you dig a little deeper, you can find that little rabbit in the mother of the reaper. I'm the best for a reason. There's a message in the speaker when the cosmos talking. That's a blessing from the ether. One day I met the devil for real and made a deal with him. Told him all I want is the money and kept it real with him. Came in the form of a thought I couldn't build with him. Shit I was selling the fiends was really killing them. Your gun bars ain't much if your gat don't shoot. I'm strapped and bulletproof like the Batman suit. All it take is one snap to have my enemies killed. The laws in space and time, I could bend them at will. Yeah, I'm in the world that some of y'all have not seen, and living on the page that some of y'all cannot read. And right now they probably calling me cheap, cause I decided it's enough and now I finally speak. Tell you the truth, I don't trust people who cheat. It's deeper than having sex, you give birth to deceit. If you see where this is going, this is true as can be. If you lie to the ones you love, then you do it to me. The cold word is rainy night. Niggas get wet outside, but ain't no rain in sight. They wonder where this come from. Ascension when it's all done. No reason to believe in a God. When you become one, you understand. You could get it the same. Niggas will double cross you if you get them the fame. My soul ain't for sale just to get in the game. It's dangerous, homie, just remember the name.
Yeah. Honestly.
Grand Rising, everybody. I see my brother Voodoo Child. What's good, Voodoo Child? My sister Shawanda Williams. My nigga Mike Nike. What's good, Nike 903 Grand Rising, brother? Good seeing you. Much love and respect to you and the family. My brother D. Allen Warren, man. Flat motherfucking power. Much love to you and the family. Shawanda, you already know. Much love, man. I appreciate all of y'all. My brother Crit Walk. What's good, man? Supreme abundance and respect and love to you and the family, all of y'all, man. I appreciate all of y'all tapping in. You know, uh, my brother Enemies Public, wanted me to talk about this title. The night decisiveness, is it necessary? Should we allow everyone among us? That's the topic, man. And that's what we're going to talk about, man. Decisiveness, divisiveness. You know what I mean? People being divisive, looking for a reason to pick anything apart, you know, to try to separate us from each other. That's going to be the topic. And I'm definitely going to put the link in the chat, man. And we're going to go deep on this topic, man. We're going to go deep on both questions. Y'all know where I stand at, man. Y'all know where I stand. We need to stand together. And we need to, stand together, and we need to come together because our enemies are, and that's what I'm gonna show in this stream too. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show how our enemies don't give a shit about our life. Period. So give me a second, everybody. We're gonna get back to the music, man. Hopefully everybody having a good Tuesday, man. We keeping it real over here, man. I should have named it Keeping It Real TV or radio. But hopefully everybody good, man. Yup, the topic is that main topic than any other topic. But we talking about divisiveness and who should be among us. Diamond Girl, much love and respect to you and the family. Diamond Girl, Grand Rising. You know, is divisiveness necessary? Or are they basically playing the devil advocate? Because some people like to say, oh, let me play the devil advocate on certain topics or situations. And is that divisiveness? But I'm gonna put the link in the chat, man. Anybody welcome to come up. Those are the main topics. And I want to hear what the people feel, man. So like I said, my brother Enemies Public wanted me put this topic on the table. And I said, no problem, my brother. I think I can handle it. You know what I mean? We're gonna get it done. So yeah, hopefully everybody good, man. Shout out my brother Poison Puppet, Monique Hill. Yes, ma'am, Monique. Yes, ma'am. Much love to you and the family. Poison Puppet, Monique Hill, D. Allen Warren, Crip Walk, Voodoo Child, Shawanda. Thank all of y'all, man. Nike. Can you hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, I want to make sure y'all can hear me loud and clear. Put a 1 in the chat, please. Then we're going to play the music. Making sure y'all can hear me loud and clear. How is my mic? Is my mic? And while I'm doing that, got you. Thank you, Poison Crook Walk. My mic cool. Thank you. That's all. Let's get back to the music. I just wanted to make sure y'all were hearing me clear of what I'm saying. And like I said, the topics is divisiveness necessary? Should we allow everyone amongst us? Let's get back to the music.
700 years, and I carried the European taught the Europeans the children coming back.
They just wanna keep us asleep. I know this shit suck, but when the fuck when niggas wake up, I know this shit tough. Every other step you take, you get your foot stuck. Cause they go and show you to fly with some niggas pushed up. Religion is a part of the system, my nigga, listen. If you ain't got control of your soul, then you's a victim. The Pope all over the net with politicians. The same politicians who sleeping with little children. Time to make them pay for what they did to the youth. But freedom of speech is nothing when they censoring truth. You ain't gotta show shit when you live in the proof. Giving support to your oppressors, man, you niggas is goofs. Time to fight fire with fire, get on some nigga shit. Time to get back what they stole, all of our innocence. Some people hate the way that I talk, this shit be spicy. But say a bunch of shit that ain't true, it isn't likely. They try to say your vision ain't true, but with your sight see, the best way to tear you apart is through your psyche. I give it to you real, what you need me to say. Ask the world leaders about the oath they secretly take. It's a plan that they got to keep us legally slaves. Paid labor overwhelming when you needed a break. If you think that I'm just talking, then bitch you lost. It's a war going on like rich verse Paul. The rich keep getting rich while your broke ass starve. Feeding you little pennies at that punk ass job. Thinking cause you get it in tax, you need that income. Really, I'm just stating the facts, cause niggas been dumb. Your emotions are controlled by a system. Cause when I make a song full of hate, niggas listen. When I make a song about love, niggas skip it. They both from the soul, so really ain't nothing different. Today you gotta give it a fight to make the hate stop. Niggas on that ignorant shit gon' get a face shot. Believe what you wanna believe. A lot of niggas snakes, only going off of belief. A lot of shit is fake with 2 cans blazing. I'm ready for damnation. So tell a slave master I'm burning the plantation. You fuck niggas like to throw pain but can't take it. So all during war these flames remain sacred. Barrel to the root of your tongue, you niggas tasteless. Lights flying over your head, it ain't a spaceship. The reason why we fully equipped was information. It led us on the path that got us out of the matrix. Unity is power beyond, we should embrace it. But you could never bathe in the truth when you were racist. Speeding off what you was taught, then the brakes slip. Then you see it's nothing you thought, that shit is dangerous. A lot of people dying for what? That shit was aimless. It's kinda like a video game, it took stages. Just make sure these lanes remain nameless. Hood politics part 2, my name dangerous.
Never ever sue the driver who crashed into you after a
Shit getting out of control, I mean we been there. Hate, they disguise it as love, we call it sincere. They took us to a place where ain't none of this shit clear, and we just look stupid, wondering how we get here. This government got us in chains cause they don't love us. They got us separated by gangs over some colors. What hurts more is we keep trusting these motherfuckers and putting bullshit that they say over each other. It's a bad world, many cry in this sad world. A unicorn is compared to a black girl, or any child. When you mix it, making life swirl. Gems meet a diamond and dance to make the ice swirl. Nigga, don't waste your time trying to hate on me. If you can't deal with your pride, then stay away from me. I don't fuck with none of that dumb shit. You heard that? Don't believe we live on a globe, nigga. The earth flat. First you gotta love yourself, then take the earth back. Find what's really important and make it worth that. Too much time in your hands lead to a dirt nap, but niggas don't keep the same energy to exert that.
What kind of freedom is that? What kind of social or political system is it when a black man has no voice in court, has nothing on his side other than what the white man chooses to give him? My brothers and sisters, we have to put a stop to this, and it will never be stopped until we stop it ourselves.
Mind over matter, but none of that'll matter when in life you're trying to climb and a nigga pull a ladder. Believing in the myth when reality is shattered. The lies never end unless you serve it on a platter. America made you a slave, then call you monster. Erase everything that we paved and say we conquered. Willie lynching is a system that really harmed us. It raped women, left children without their fathers. America, land of the free, home of the great. America, cage of the beast, home of a snake. But the fight don't stop when you gone. This shit a marathon. Everything they touched in this world, they made it terraform. The best piece of advice, stay about these pigs sight. Fuck what goes on in the street, nigga, just live life. You only get one of those, nigga. Don't play with that. Trying to dance away in the dark and never make it back. We got a lot of loving to do. Shit is getting worse. Hate run deep in these roots. It's like the shit is cursed. Murder everything you can name. The world gone berserk. Pedophilia real as fuck. It's even in the church. Music we've been flaming it. No, it ain't no game with it. Just know I put my soul on the beat. When you banging it, this is for the shit that I see and won't play with it. Hood politics part 3. My name dangerous.
They attacked the victim, and then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him. This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me.
It's so easy to become a podcaster with Riverside. First, go to Riverside.
Apologize for the commercial, y'all. Apologize for the commercial.
This that Nickelodeon, Mary Jane and opium, fresh from the FedEx chest, we got a load of them. Yeah, tear this shit down like depression. The moral of the story is you get the lesson. I'm colder than the weather in Nova Scotia. The flow is colder, turn down. You just like the lame dude. Get the shoulder, have these niggas swinging that Chris Rock when I pitch a boulder. My intentions was ill will. You cry. When I rap, get a pill feel. I can meditate and stay connected to the earth like a mill drill. They taught you to lie to your kids with Santa. I verse in the AI now, ain't got the answer. Don't kill yourself trying to be me with the tanner. My eagle love getting blown like a blammer. Bow. I'm biased to the low comprehension, cause people claim both to get a mention. You cry. And we don't wanna hear that. Keep that over there. Gotta do better. That's if you knew better. But I don't wanna bore y'all with the talk. Back to regular schedule showgramming, executive sessions. Welcome to the upper echelon of Megatron.
Hey, shout out my brother, Infamous Styles,
and it's
in the
dangerous.
house, man.
Laugh now, cry later. Can that fly shit you talk manifest when you're falling from a skyscraper? A headshot could be a mind changer. I'm just a nigga that could hustle the hustle, getting my side paper.
I mean, my brother, Infinite Style, Grand Rise. Much love to you and the family, brother. Good stream yesterday on both of y'all brothers' part. Let's go.
You know it's over when the nine spray over here. We robbing everything that you got. We upgrade his personality, just like your chain. It got faker, but the bullets like the ice in your drink. They shot chases, too much talking. You throwing in places these cops take this. Prison is a mental design for time chambers. Procrastination is a disease for time takers. When it's war, they could never be law for line makers. Suck ahead, be stupid and cross and die. Player got the full fifth, waving you down like high hater. When your soul leave earth, you could let the sky take it, cause you thought shit was sweet. Laugh now, cry later.
Man, y'all know what it is,
y'all know what it is, man.
It's getting scary for you niggas out here, man. Know y'all feeling the pressure. This network shit, this shit real, man. Ain't nothing but real shit over here, nigga.
Nothing but real shit over here,
Chris Cyphers just gave y'all a dome shot. Dangerous just put you niggas in a body bag. And now I'm about to bury you niggas, man. Yo, I'm back riding again. Dangerous and Cyphers, we gon' have to body him then. Yeah, these niggas done. We gon' have your whole crew on the run. This ain't a game, you niggas lame. Come and catch this flame, we ain't built the same. You niggas just like the Captain Fame. The 40'll make your soul glow. Silencer on the end of the barrel, where the smoke blow. I need a heat check, Lilith from the logo. Smoke is out, you can smell my mojo. Fucking with Drake Cobbs, that's a no-no. It's that big three, Boss Run and D-Wade. Looking to let the heat spray. Pull up to your block like it's D-Day. We ain't playing, nigga, this ain't EA. We like wolves when the niggas see prey.
Always like playing the devil's
advocate. Strays. I Tyreek kill the competition. Chuck the deuces, nigga, on the replay. Hit cheater moving past you, nigga. I chuck the deuces on the replay. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Chris Cyphers, Dangerous, Trey Cobbs, man. This network shit ain't nothing but real shit over here, man. Nothing but real. You already know. Y'all knowing how we get down, Joe. Network, nigga. Network forever, nigga.
Network forever, nigga. Network, nigga. Network forever. Shout out my brother, Enoch, the American Indian, my nigga. Much love and respect to you and the family, my brother. You know, divisiveness. Playing the devil advocate. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Is our enemy decisive? Divisive? Is the government divisive? Or is they standing on, is these so-called hate groups divisive? Is these hate groups divisive? Is the corporation divisive? They may act divisive, but they stand together on whatever situation or topic that's at hand. Do they be divisive? And that's what we talk about. Is it necessary? Our enemy, they're not divided. They know what their mission is. Unalive a nigga and get away with it. They ain't divided on none of that. They're 100% on point. And we can't see it. We divisive amongst ourselves when we know who our common enemy is. But I understand, because, everything was taught. It's a taught behavior. We were taught, let God handle these big situations. That's what we were taught. Taught behavior. Be divisive. Find the excuse why we shouldn't act. And that worked forever, nigga. Like I said, the link's in the chat. Y'all see the topic my brother Enemies Public wanted me to talk about. And the second part of that question, should we allow everyone among us? And y'all know my answer to that. Hell no. Hell to the no. With a capital H. Matter of fact, you could put capital on all of them, including the no, with some exclamation points behind that motherfucker continuously. Hell to the no. That's what got us divided. And I still say, and I stand 10 toes down, we don't need no help in this fight. We just got to know we fighting. Most niggas, black people, flag on the play, Indians, Pan-Africans. We don't know we in a fight because the fight ain't really happening. It's happening in our mind. It's happening in our reality. We just don't know we fighting. We've been put to sleep so much. We only think we fighting with ourselves and people that look like us. Basically, it's a capitalist society. So if you ain't capitalizing, you ain't winning. And niggas ain't capitalizing on shit. We're diversified. You see what I'm saying? We're divided. Let's get back to the music, man. I just want to talk about the capitalizing on shit. We're diversified. My bad. I had that playing in the background. I don't know how that came back up. Let me stop sharing for a minute. My music went away. That's what it is. My music went away. Let me take that away. We we divided. Let me bring back my music. And I wanted to play. I ain't played this song, man, in a minute. Shout out my nigga Chief Collie, man. I'ma stay anti everything until it took, like Dangerous say, until, basically, till we take this shit seriously. But I'm standing 10 toes down on the shit I've been saying for since day one.
27 p.m.
If it ain't for the great, let me pause this. If it ain't of our people, if it ain't for the greater good of our people, I'ma stay anti-everything. Like my nigga Dangerous said, man. None of these presidents, vice presidents, nobody in that corporation, representatives, senators, mayors, governors, they never did anything for the greater good of the people. It's always for a business, a corporation, commerce, etc. And that's why I'm anti.
Yeah, let's do everything the right way. What is he right now? I don't want to handle things the right way. You are not going to talk
Ain't for the greater good of the people.
I swear it's like a disease that goes
Fuck.
round and round and round like sirens. I see the strangest things, the evil that money brings. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens.
Righteousness, that's
And they
what we call
wanna
it.
bury me. Why? 'Cause I'm anti
When you got a
everything.
common enemy,
I swear it's like a
and everybody know about that common enemy, should we have divisiveness among us? Or should we all know and agree that we have a common enemy? I want to know what y'all think, man. The link's in the chat. And, you know, you got these people, they love being divisive on YouTube. So more than likely they're divisive. In real life, they 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 have a problem with making decisions. I don't have a problem with making decisions. I'ma make it, I'ma experience it, I'ma live through it, then I'ma know what I'm doing. And I don't just want to put that on just our people. But I think basically the reason we're so divisive is because we don't want to stand on anything. Like I said, is our common enemy divisive? Or do they stick with their agenda or purpose?
disease that goes round and round and round like sirens.
Man, I'm anti-dirty cops, anti-bullshit, I'm anti-scamming ass preachers in the pulpit. I'm anti-no truth, anti-full of lies, I'm anti-scared to try, I'm anti-scared to die, I'm anti-poverty, anti-stay the same, I'm anti-hard lies, anti-scared to change, I'm anti-pity parties, anti-excuse makers, anti-lazy niggas, anti-truth haters, anti-praying march, I'm anti-quiet nigga, Malcolm over Martin, I ain't anti-violent nigga, anti-fake woke, anti-unaware, I'm anti-Jesus Christ, I'm anti-church and prayer, I'm anti-false hopes, anti-Holy Ghost, I'm anti-fairy tales, brainwashing grown folks, I'm anti-Jesus letting killers in the church house, and God ain't doing shit, but watching as we get murked
God
out,
ain't
I'm
doing shit,
Niggas
but
too blind to
watching us
open
get
their eyes
murked
and
the
see
fuck
I'm
out.
anti-loving my enemies and apologies, I'm anti-Holy Ghost, I'm
Shout out my
anti-fairy
brother
tales,
now,
brainwashing
man.
grown folks, I'm anti-Jesus letting killers in the church house, and God ain't doing shit, but watching as we get murked out, I'm anti, niggas too blind to open their eyes and see I'm anti, loving my enemies and apologies, I'm anti, gangbang music helping kill the youth and drug overdose music targeted to me and you, I'm anti-black cops, silent while they killing us, and black judges hugging the killer, but they ain't helping us, I'm
Didn't we just see that a couple days ago? When in that story where the cop slammed the girl with the mental problems and basically the cop just stood there and did nothing. Nothing.
Anti-scared to fight, anti-scared to lead. Malcolm said won't be no revolution, cause y'all scared to bleed. I'm anti, no proof, anti, no evidence. Anti-niggas not asking questions, just believing shit. I'm anti, begging to the sky with situations. Thought I trust and I believe in me. I'm anti-belief in God, I'm anti.
Anti-belief in God, man. I'm all belief in me.
Scared to fight, anti-scared to lead. Malcolm said won't be no revolution, cause y'all scared to bleed. I'm anti, no proof, anti, no evidence. Anti-niggas not asking questions, just believing shit. I'm anti, begging to the sky with situations. Thought I trust and I believe in me. I'm anti-belief in God, I'm anti. Evil on this earth, hating racism. Anti-hate for whites, I'm anti-niggas, nigga. Anti-genocide, self-hate and suffering. If it don't help to better us, I'm anti-everything.
Money brings, I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. And they wanna bury me, cause I'm anti-everything. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. I see the strangest things, the evil that money brings. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. It's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens.
Man, I'm anti-roots, nigga. Anti-fake truth. I'm anti-believing of slavery stories taught in school. I'm anti that we all from Africa don't apply to me. I'm anti Kanye rocking our people back to sleep. I'm anti-granny killers. Grandcestors had the truth. I'm anti-monkey shit. I'm anti-Lucy too. I'm anti-letting these white folks tell me just who I am. My granny came from right here, nigga. She was an Indian. I'm anti-getting scammed. Anti-getting played. I'm pro-genealogy. I'm anti-DNA. I'm anti-refusing to check in the shit that we was gave. I'm anti-believing the white man and not what granny say. Niggas ain't like it when Walker came dropping facts in. He said he wasn't black and he ain't African American. That's real talk, real spill, real life, real deal. I'm anti-hurting us. My mission is to help heal. I'm anti-ignorance, anti-religious shit. I'm anti-cool with niggas cognitive dissonance. I'm anti-lacking knowledge, put us at a disadvantage. Anti-social with niggas fighting for a chicken sandwich. Anti-Flint water, anti-sucker shit. And fuck you to them blacks that's selling out for the government. I'm anti-no planning, anti-folk scamming, anti-no will. I'm anti-low standards, anti-no drive, anti-low lives, anti-low esteem. I'm anti-no pride, anti-wanting to quit. I'm anti-giving up. I'm anti-niggas not helping to lift our people up. I'm anti-hating niggas, anti-lame niggas, anti-6ix9ine. I'm anti-state niggas, anti-low vibe. Live life, fly high. Some days it's gonna be full of rain, the other days the sun will shine.
The strangest things, the evil that money brings. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. And they wanna bury me, cause I'm anti-everything. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. I see the strangest things, the evil that money brings.
That a man was shot and killed inside the chapel at this World Changers Church International. A man, a worker at the church, leading a prayer, opening the prayer service today. And as the longtime member who talked to Karen indicated, there were a lot of people who go to that prayer service on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10.
What's good, Bubba Nasi? How you doing today? Whenever you get ready, you can you might be busy. All right, I'll play another song. Gotcha. And I gotta go check my emails, get what you sent me out my emails. I got you, brother. Yeah, Jesus fake, bro. Facts.
Outside in, inside
And it's
out.
like our people don't want to accept and believe that shit. Yeah, my brother. Jesus fake, bruh. Like you tell that shit to our people, it go in one ear and out another, man. Then they want to become divisive.
Jesus has been a problem amongst our people. And that's the reason why our people are walking around docile loving those who don't love them because Jesus said to do it. We need to get out of that. We need to fight with those who fight against us and realize that war has been declared on our people. And anyone who suggests to us that we should have anyone among us, just any and everybody among us, we can't trust people like that. We can't trust people to say they love everybody. We can't. You gotta be real mindful of who's around us. And anybody, every time we mention, anytime we mention what's going on with our people, and somebody always want to point the finger back at us, we realize the problems that we have, and we don't need to be reminded of the problems we have. We need to solve the problems that we have, and that's it. I'll land for now, my brother, but I'm here.
Yes, sir. I'm going to my emails. We're going to play some
Of the
songs.
youth.
And we're going to get back to the topic.
Can I help you?
There's links in the chat.
I came to
Chris
reclaim my
Walker.
birthright.
Appreciate you, brother.
Peace, this is Mayday. Hear the call, no play. They got the mic check. 1, 2, making sure the message stays straight. This ain't a game, this is closing the ranks. Let's give thanks to the ancestors standing firm upon these ancient riverbanks. A TEP production, yeah, you know the sound and the heat. Camaraderie is the currency. Success is tasting so sweet. Who are we? Where are we? Are we where we need to be? Still rooted in the soil, indigenous. We never deflate. Never deflate, never deflate. Closing the ranks, gotta unify the whole fam. Stronger together, that's the powerful battle plan. From the soil, from the land. Yes, we're taking our stand. Unity's the bomb, more potent than any quicksand. Well, closing the ranks, hear the rhythm, feel the vibration. Protect the culture, the mind, the future of the nation. We were born free, not enslaved. Understand the history. Reclaim the narrative, break the chains of false mystery. Nasir said make it plain, so the understanding is broad. Demons came with tricknology, their doctrines are flawed. Troublemakers of the earth, mental sodomies, the method, warmongering thieves. Where they step, everything shredded, the shed in the blood. They delight wherever they arrive, leaving massive voids, destroying everything that was alive. Reclassification scheme, a tactic to steal a terrain from aboriginal, indigenous to Negro, back and forth again. In 1 century, they tried to erase our foundation. From black to African American, confusion across the whole nation. But the wise men spoke truth, that shit in the deep stone. Our unity, one voice can never be overthrown. More powerful than atomic bomb, that's the calculation. Let's unite right now, fulfill the true spiritual obligations. Closing the ranks, gotta unify the whole fam. Stronger together, that's the powerful battle plan. From the soil, from the land, yes, we're taking our stand. Unity's the bomb, more potent than any quicksand. Closing the ranks, hear the rhythm, feel the vibration. Protect the culture, the mind, the future of the nation. We were born free, not enslaved. Understand the history. Reclaim the narrative, break the chains of false mystery. No more division, only precision. Power in the vision. We rise as one, door ranks. Close the mission complete. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Can I help you? Yeah. I came to reclaim my birthright.
Shout out my brother Nasir. Fire. But yeah, let me go back to my emails. Here we go. Let's go. And just to recap, this was the story that replayed the other day, where the young man went into the store to buy some waters, and basically, they asked him to put his bag down. He put it down. He went to go get the waters. For some reason, which I don't blame him, decided not to buy them. Y'all monitoring me like I'ma steal something. Put the waters back. Did everything they asked him to do. You know, let him prove that he didn't steal anything. Let him check his bag, his person, and then left out of there. running, and the owner shot him in the back and unalived him. And this is what the courts think about that young man's life.
Actually,
So when I say
actually,
they don't give a fuck about us,
okay.
judicial system,
Again, as I cautioned everybody earlier,
and
there aren't going to be any
emphasize the point
outbursts.
that I talked about yesterday. The 6-year-old that went unalive by those three pink ladies, they gave her second degree murder, not first.
That's messed up, man. That they killed that little baby, and they get a lesser charge. That's crazy. And with this Rick Child case, Cyrus walked out of that place casual. He didn't run out. He didn't run till
Okay,
they started chasing him.
gotcha.
When they started chasing him, that's when he started running. He walked out. He just grabbed his bag and walked out because the lady followed him all over the place, and she didn't hide. At first, she was hiding that she was following him, like act like she fixing the potato chips and fixing the stuff in the store, and then she blatantly stood there staring at him. So he put the bottles back and was leaving the store. He walked out of there, he grabbed his book bag, walked out of there casual, and the father and the son just started chasing him. Brother fell, ran out of his shoes, dropped his cell phones. He had a gun on him, but he never, according to every witness that came forward, he never pointed that gun. What happened was when he fell, the gun came off his person, and they used it when they shot him. We're going to use this as a justification of shooting him. Because if he was this thug they tried to paint him out to be, he would have never got 130 yards away from that store before bucking at them. He didn't shoot at them. Because I know if somebody chasing me, the minute I tell them that, I see them chasing me, we'd have had a shootout. Not somebody just shooting me, we would have had a shootout. You can go ahead with the video, brother. The state of South Carolina, this is what they feel about our children. Our children's lives are not worth a bottle of water. A 57-year-old man can chase down a 14-year-old, shoot him in his back while he's fleeing, and gets found not guilty for murder. This is what they think of our children. 3 women can murder a baby, and they'll give them lesser charge. It's supposed to be very harsh on people who harm children, but they get a lesser charge. This is what they feel about our children.
Facts, my brother. That's what they're showing. And then we got these videos where that I played yesterday. What is it? The Benny Johnson, where they're basically demonizing our children, babies, whatever you want to say, and basically, when their children are the aggressor. So if
I
their
can't
children
stand
the
Benny's type.
aggressor, or they're the aggressor, and our kids defend themselves, they're painting a picture like we're the aggressor every time when they're the aggressor.
I can't stand Benny's type. He's speaking all this and angelical bullshit about God and Christ and unity. Why would we want to be among people like that? We need to stay a very clear, safe distance from people like him. Because he talk all that, we need to get together colorblind. Oh, stop that bullshit.
Yes, sir.
We
Shout
need
out
to
to.
act, we need to actually think like them when it comes to them being an open and consistent
That's
enemy
why I
because
say,
they've
is
been
there
real
any
consistent.
divisiveness what they doing in this court system? Hell no. It was a unanimous decision.
The problem with our people, brother, is we're too self-righteous. This is one of the main problems with our people. We're too self-righteous. Instead of fighting how they fight, we want to be clean. There's no such thing as a clean war. You fight how they fight. If they dirty, you get dirty with them.
Yes,
And we're
sir.
supposed to defend our people. As long as we're not doing harm to our own people, we shouldn't care what happens to others because they don't care what happened to us.
That's why I
But
always,
we got too much sympathy when it comes to others.
that's why I say our people, we gotta get off that we are the world shit, man. And get selfish, man. That's what the
Exactly.
Jews did. That's what
That's what
pisses
they're
me off
doing.
about that commercial they have where they got it on TV. The Jewish young Jewish kid, they slap something on his back, a hate and then the flag on the plate, the black guy coming and support him. They never supported anything we've done ever, but they act like they support us. You see what I'm saying? Or supported
They've
us
been
in
a
the past.
major, they've been a major people who exploited our people, and they would say, "My friend, my friend." They love saying "my friend" while exploiting our people, and we can be the hardest worker, but they would expect the lion's share of what the hell we do. That's been what they do all along. I tell you what, ask any recording artist, ask any recording artist the deals they signed and how they will swindle out all their money by their Jewish accountants and managers.
Yeah, I definitely agree, bro. Yeah. Let me shout out the chat. Azim Shabazz, my sister
Brother,
Alexa, much love and respect, flat motherfucking power.
I'll be
Crip
back up,
Walk.
my brother.
Yes, sir.
I'll be back up. I'll be back and forth. I'll be back up though.
Yes, sir. Take your time, man. I'm gonna keep it going for a minute. But yeah, we talk. I still got a couple videos to play. So anybody want to hit the link, y'all welcome to hit the link, man. Crip Walk, Azim, Alexis, Poison Puppet. I got that video too, brother. I saved it. Who else came through? Keith Lamont, my brother El Boreer, good seeing you, family. Uh, Enoch, D. Allen Warren, Maybach, my brother Voodoo Child, brother Nasir, Diamond Girl, Monique Hill, my sister Shawanda Williams, and Nike. The link's in the chat, man. Anybody welcome to come up. Might as well play a video. Let's go.
Anything of that nature. If so, you'll be removed from the courtroom. Like I said earlier, I appreciate everyone being respectful throughout the past week of one another, even though there are a lot of emotions in this case. Everybody sits at two very diametrically opposed views on the case. But again, not going to have any outbursts. Anything of that.
And it is going to be an outburst. That family, once he found not guilty, that family couldn't hold that shit in, man. They screamed and cried like a motherfucker, man. So y'all heard that. He like, I appreciate y'all being respectful and not no outburst. 'Cause this case is very, very sensitive. Yeah, it's very sensitive, man. They killed that young man for no fucking reason, man. And he get away with it, man.
Nature. If so, you'll be removed. All right, bring us to jury, please. Yes, sir.
And it be your parents. The parents made this decision. That's fucked up, man. This is kill a nigga. The nigga life don't mean shit in this corporation. And you think we got equal rights? Like I said, them Constitution people show us where this young man's life is equal. The man got, I'm just sorry. Show me. It says in the Constitution that we all equal. Show me where this man's life is equal. Show me where flag on the play, niggas or black people been getting a fair treatment in this judicial system, in the corporation, in history. Show me. It's supposed to be under the Constitution that we all equal. But they get to call you a nigga, hate speech, unalive you, and in the court of law, you're not guilty. Hate to say it, the family probably gonna have to sue them to get any compensation, any relief. They may win a civil court because they did unalive the young man. But there's no justice for us in the judicial system, man. But let's go. Links in the chat if anybody want to come up, man. I'm gonna let it play a minute and hold my thought. Hey, shout out my brother Hurricane. What's good, Hurricane? Salute, my brother. Much love, respect you. Make sure. Good to see you, John. Make sure everybody sub up to everybody's channel, man. My man Hurricane be doing this thing, Enemy Public be doing this thing, man. Make sure y'all sub up to everybody, man.
Poor lady, I understand you reached the birth.
Yes, Your Honor, we have.
Can you please hand it to the bailiff there? All right, Madam Clerk, will you please publish?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Indictment number 2023 GS400740, State of South Carolina, County of Richland versus Chike Rick Chow. We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, Chike Rick Chow, as to the charge of murder, not guilty. Fine number 302, four-person, June the 1st, 2026.
Now, let me ask y'all. If this was a white kid, would he be guilty? Put a 1 in the chat. If he killed the white kid, would he be guilty? Or put a 2 in the chat, if not. Let's do a chat vote. Chat participation, please. If this was a white kid, would he have been found guilty or not guilty? Let's do it again. 1 if he's guilty, 2 if he's not. If this was a white kid that he killed. Yeah, basically. So basically, they saying in this judicial system, it's okay to kill a nigga. Like I said earlier, they can be the aggressors. We can fight to defend ourselves. Whoop their ass and go to get arrested and go to jail for defending yourself from a racist. Like I've been saying, They protect the racists, the transformers, and the pedophiles. Thank y'all for the ones, man. If it was a little white kid, he would be getting the maximum time. These people don't give a fuck about our lives. They don't give a fuck about black people. I'm going to say it just like that. African Americans, they don't give a fuck about it. And that's why I hate using both of those misnomers. That's exactly why I'm not FBA. You know, my brother, a lot of us stand on FBA business. I'm not a slave. My ancestors wasn't brought here on no boat. My ancestors wasn't slaves. We're not black. I'll show my skin. Y'all know what I look like. I'm not black. Yes, under that misnomer, we did some great things. We accepted being black. And we know from years of experience, black in the eyes of the law, you're already dead. So that's why this man can get acquitted for murder for killing the black kid. Put a one in the chat if y'all understand what I'm saying. And a lot of us fight for that black. But black in the dead of the eyes of the law, you're already dead. So these so-called pink people or white people or foreigners or migrants and immigrants that come from another country, and my brother put it in the chat, the anti-hate bill they did for protecting the Chinese over here. That's why he got off. You're 100% right, my brother Poison Puppet. So thank y'all for the ones. I know we on, man. So in this judicial system, it's okay to kill a nigga. Like I said, it's okay for them to kill us. But like I said, if this was a white kid, he would be doing life. Just like they're trying to give the young man in Texas, I'll be messing up, forgetting his name. And I just did the video. All I gotta do is look at my watch later list. But the way they basically trying to get that young man life, that's on trial this week in Texas. It ain't okay with me at all, man. That's why I said, like, this corporation don't give a fuck about us, man. They're basically saying we African. If you're black, if you're colored, if you're Negro, if you're Indian, if you're a slave, you come from Africa. This ain't your land. And that's a lie. We are the Aboriginal people. Flag on the plate. Niggas, black people. We are the Aboriginal people of America, not Africa. Thank you, Carmelo Anthony. Thank you. All I have to do is think about the basketball player, Carmelo. Thank you. That's why I hate to say it. And I wouldn't wish the young man positive, but we see what's happening in the court system. We see what's happening in the judicial system. Let's play.
Madam Forelady, was this your verdict? And the verdict of the
I
entire
got triggered and I said I was gonna let it play, and I got a little triggered. My bad, y'all. Let it play for a minute.
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Thank you. Madam Forelady and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm going to ask you 2 questions relating to your verdict. Please answer yes or no to each. Number 302, was this your verdict?
Yes, it was.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Number 2, was this your verdict? 257,
Yes.
is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 63, was this your verdict? Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 208, was this your verdict? 208, is it still your
Now
verdict?
y'all see the family.
Number
Family over there.
226, was this your verdict?
I got triggered again. The family over there praying like a motherfucker, man. I hate to say it. Look, is they not praying over there? There they go. They praying that the judicial system get them some relief, man. And I ain't targeting the family. Like I said, I got nothing but respect for our people, man. But let's listen, man.
Still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 63, was this your verdict? Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 208, was
Because I was talking about
Madam Forelady and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm going to ask you 2 questions relating to your verdict. Please answer yes or no to each. Number
Family fucked up. I feel they
302,
pain,
was
man.
this your verdict?
Yes, it was.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes, it is.
Number 2, was this your verdict? 257,
Yes.
is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 63, was this your verdict? Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number
Our parents ain't
208, was this
shit.
your verdict?
Our parents is corrupted just like the
208.
fucking system, man.
Is it still?
The peers, because you're judged by 12 of your so-called peers. Your peers is corrupt. When these people, that's why I said that COVID-19 shot, man. I ain't blaming it on God no more. I'm blaming it on that COVID-19 shot. Because I guarantee you, out of those 12 jurors, all 12 of them took that COVID-19 shot, man. They so blinded that they couldn't even see the truth that that Chinese man shot that young man in the back and got away with it, man. What did the child do? He wasn't charged with no crime. His crime was running. That's why I say these people don't give a fuck about our life, man. At all. And I'm just keeping it real, man. What did that child die for? What did that 16 to 17-year-old man die for? He put back the waters. He showed that he didn't steal anything. They was aggressive towards him, so he ran. And like I said, I guarantee you all 16 of them jurors took the COVID-19 shot. That's why I said I'd rather be, I'm going to say this shit again. I'd rather be carried by 6 than judged by fucking 12 of my so-called peers, man. This shit is corrupt. The peers are corrupt. If 12 people agree that this man shot him in the back and not guilty, that's corrupt. Put a 1 in the chat if that's corrupt, man. If that's fucked up and corrupt. They know this man killed this young man, but they still gave him not guilty. The whole system corrupt. Yeah, and I'm blaming it on that COVID-19 shot. I guarantee you. If you ask them, are they vaccinated? Did they take the COVID-19 shot? They more than like, yes, we took it. Thank you for the ones, man. I'm making sure y'all with me, man. Like I said, I got nothing but love and respect for y'all, man. This shit fucked up. You have to be, wow, not guilty. So, like I asked, what did the child lose his life for? Because he didn't steal nothing. If they hadn't unalived him, he wouldn't be in jail. He didn't do a crime. His crime was just running. Running while black. Thank y'all for the ones, man. I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. But listen, man. I feel the family pain, man. There's no justice for the black person. And if you black, let's talk about it, man. If you stand on black, FBA or otherwise, let's talk about it in the court of law, man. Should we hold on to black? Or any of these misnomers, man? Any of them. In the eyes of the law, they don't give a shit about our life, man. They're showing us here. And like I said, those Constitution guys, man, show me where we getting equal treatment, man. This is a crime against humanity right here. This young man getting shot and this guy getting away with it. That's a crime against humanity. Am I right? Put a 1, please. Is this man being unalived a crime against humanity? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm correct, please. That's what I'm saying. I'm not FDA either, man. I'm not hating on that movement, but like I said, my people ain't black. They wasn't ancestors of slaves that came over here from Africa. That blended in with the so-called Aboriginal niggas of America. I'm that Aboriginal nigga of America. My people always been here. Yeah, but I see the ones, man. Let's play, man. I feel the family pain, man. I felt that same pain when I tried to sue the corporation. And they basically sided with Big Pharma. I feel the family pain, man. I've lost my daughter. I lost loved ones. I lost family members. Let's go.
Your verdict. Number 226, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 329, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 222, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 164, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 21, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 204, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 232, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Number 259, was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
The jury's been told, Your Honor.
Very good. Anything else?
Not at this time, Your Honor. We just like it's time for post-trial motions. Normal 10 days if we feel those are.
10 days for any post-trial motions you may have. Anything from the defense?
And let me say this real quick, because, jury duty, right? I don't get no notices for jury duty. You want to know why? Because I told them I do not believe in the judicial system. And I'm not a registered voter. So when you register to vote, you basically sign up for jury duty. And by me not saying I don't believe in the judicial system, they don't want people like me in their courts. I'm the same nigga that I tell a judge, I agree to tell the truth, but I'm not touching that Bible, and I'm not raising my right hand on that Bible because I do not believe in mythology. And most times they don't have a problem. If you agree to tell the truth, Mr. Harrison, we'll keep this bullshit going on, this case going on. Because all they want is your money. Court fees. Like I said, I feel the family pain, man. Yeah, smart man, man. You're a smart man. You never voted in your life. Smart man. Like I said, my mother talked me into it one time, even though I'm a disabled veteran, even though I'm a veteran. I've been stopped voting. I voted one time for Obama, and I told my mom he wasn't going to do shit for us, and he did. Old dude, what's good, old dude? Much love and respect. Make sure y'all sub up to my brother Old Dude channel, man. He be doing this thing, man. But yeah, that's why I don't get called for jury duty. Because I tell them I do not believe in the judicial system. And most times they gonna let you go. They ain't going with you to be a juror. But let's go.
Okay. Okay, thank you. You can return to your jury room. I'll be right back there to the queue.
We'd like to thank the jury.
So all 12 jurors seen him not guilty. Just like I said, if you're black, you're African American, come talk to the OG, man. Because some of us say we need to go to Black Law Dictionary. Or what's the other book? Hold on. Damn. It's another book that deal with black law. So what if they were using black law, would this man would this man still be found not guilty under black law? Because y'all know what I'm saying. Some of us, say we gotta fight under these what they call them? USCs, United States codes. We gotta use them codes against them. If we were using Black Law Dictionary or those UFC codes, would this man be found guilty? Or would he walk out a free man? What y'all think? What y'all think in the chat? If they were using Black Law Dictionary, would it have worked? Put a 1 in the chat or a 2 if no. You think Black Law wouldn't work. He'd still be not guilty. Like I said, man, these people don't give a shit about black people lives, niggas' lives. Any misnomer that they put you in, let's go. I ain't a Michael Jackson fan, right? But didn't Michael Jackson make a song, They Don't Care About Us? Put a 1 in the chat if Michael Jackson put it. Didn't he do a song called They Don't Care About Us? And they banned that song. Like the coach said, black people love America, but America don't love black people. And that's what they showing. We don't give a fuck about your life. Thank y'all for the ones. Doc Rivers said that on national TV. And Michael Jackson, I believe, did do a song called They Don't Care About Us. And from my understanding, it was banned and they made him redo it. And that was when in the 70s and the 80s or the 90s when Michaels made that song, They Don't Care About Us. Man, they showing it right here. They showing that shit right here. They showing it right here. They don't give a shit about our life, man. In the judicial system. Yeah, it's a reoccurring thing that happens. You said Tupac. Yeah, I agree. The 90s. Thank you, my brother D. Allen. He had some money, you know what I mean? He probably had some money and paid off the judge. I was down.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, officer.
Really, I can't even blame it on the judge. Like I said, corrupt jurors. Cares and shit. That's why I don't even like peer reviews, man. You know, the college peer reviews, when the peers, you know how we became African Americans in evolution, the peer review studies. That's the same thing with being judged by 12 peers. That's what they say, right? In the court, you're being judged by 12 peers. Them peers don't give a fuck about life, man. It's get a nigga like Alabama said, man, like I've been saying for years. And I'm showing my receipts that if you're black, your life don't mean shit in court. I got you, poison puppy. Well, let me finish this video. Now I'm gonna go to my watch later. I guess they didn't they muted the courtroom, I guess. Look at the guy smiling in the back, man. Look at all of them smiling, man. The young man got killed and they smiling, man. He a free man for killing that 14-year-old, 16-year-old. Free man. That's the judicial system at its finest. Fucked up. She couldn't take it no more. Yeah, they stopped the sound. That's justice if you're black in the judicial system. What's good, brother Nasir? Let me go to my watch later list real quick.
I agree with you, brother. You know what? The video that Poison Puppet put in, in the chat is real significant because it was a campaign a few years ago that the ignorant among us was co-signing when they was doing the campaign called Stop Asian Hate, saying it's an uptick of violence against Asians. And at that
Yes, sir.
same time, they were attacking our women. It's
Yes, sir.
legislation that makes Asian people a protected class of people.
That's why I asked what I asked earlier. Our flag on the plate, black people and niggas got supposed to have that equal protection, but we ain't getting it. And we've never got it.
That's something really, brother, we should establish ourselves.
Exactly. That's why I asked, the people that push that black law. Show me where we get equal treatment in the judicial system when the Asian man when anybody can kill us and get away with
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. I mean, it's done, my stance on that. Anything that's done to one of us is done because there's no repercussion or consequences. It's not challenged. It has to be dire. The consequence has to be dire. You got to be known emphatically that if you mess with those people, you better be ready because they got people coming to defend themselves. There's no way I will have acres of land and be terrorized on my own land. Just like I bought that land, I'll buy anything that I need to do or need to have to protect that land. I don't care if I got to build a tower and have somebody in that tower with scopes. Anything coming unauthorized, we're going to fire a warning shot. You better do about face. If you don't do about face, there you will be found. Just like everybody else we have a right to protect ourselves and our property. And we shouldn't, I guarantee you, the Negroes among us, they'll do it against each other. Why we have so much restraint when it comes to other people? But we'll do it to each other.
And brother Nasir, remember that conversation that you had yesterday about our military and Israel military? They're merging.
Yes, sir.
They're merging. So, basically you're like you said, he was wrong and you were right about what you said. But
they're
merging
probably
as
making it
one.
known
They're
for
basically
us. They're
U.S.
probably
military merging with our Israel military.
every time either one of them do something, it's always a coalition force. So they've been merged.
But yes, sir. Let's look at this video that my brother Poison Pup put in the chat.
This is my home.
Okay, mine too. Why are you taking pictures
Where
of
you
me?
live?
I live in Scottsdale. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Michigan plates?
Yeah. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Well, you know what? We've had problems here.
I don't care. You don't know me. Why are you taking pictures of me? And I don't know you. Do you know a lot of white men are doing racist things in this world, sir?
No.
You don't know that? You're not aware
I'm
of
a
that?
racist.
You are a racist.
I'm a racist.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay? So
what's
the
your
issue?
point? Why are you here?
Because this is a no nigger zone.
Tired of having to stream.
Yeah. Let's go back one more time. Apologize for the commercial, man. He's a racist. But you got these
And
motherfuckers.
that's when it would be very difficult for him to say the next word.
Yeah, I
very
agree.
difficult because his jaw will be wired.
Why are you taking pictures
Where
of
do
me?
you live?
I live in Scottsdale. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Michigan plates?
Yeah. Why are you taking pictures of me?
Well, you know what? We've had problems here.
I don't care. You don't know me. Why are you taking pictures of me? And I don't know you. Do you know a lot of white men are doing racist things in this world, sir?
No.
You don't know that? You're not aware
I'm
of
a
that?
racist.
You are a racist.
I'm a racist.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay? So
what's
the
your
issue?
point? Why are you here?
Because this is a no nigger zone.
Every time we're silent, every time we let hate flourish, we make a lie of who we are as a nation. I mean it literally. We cannot let the very foundation of this country continue to be eaten away like it has been in other moments in our history and happening again. I looked at this law that you all passed as maybe the first break, the first significant break on a moment in our history that has to be turned around. Not Democrat, Republican, has to be turned around. As a consequence, we should do what is required by the obligations of this democracy, by our faith in God and our faith in each other, to do justice, to love mercy, to walk humbly, and as fellow human beings and fellow Americans, remember, we're unique in all of history as a nation. This is the United States of America, for God's sake. Congratulations to you all.
That's when he sent that.
Go ahead, brother.
That's when he signed that bill right here into law. Them a perfect class of people sign that bill right then. And you imagine that they had heard. He knew what kind of man he was talking to. He knew what kind of man he was talking to. I don't know what happened after he said that. But if he was able to say another word saying that to that man's face like that, it shows what type of man he's talking to. Because he feared no consequence saying this to the man's face. To no nigga. There's motherfuckers in our country tell us that there's homes that we can't be. These motherfuckers from 10,000 miles away. Then you got this student that was on the platform getting about to know the people operate as a nation. This that's operating in the nation. We got you can actually run businesses and own highways, bridges, and have their own police. Just had their own police in this nation. In New York, got their own police force.
Yeah, I got you because, brother, you was breaking in and out. Probably wouldn't turn your camera off. That may be messing your sound up. But yeah, I understood what you were saying. Hold on a second.
You know, it's just crazy, bro. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, you better, brother. Somebody came to cut my grass and shit. I'm like, who on my doorbell? Yeah, he came to cut my grass. But yeah, you're much better. Yeah, Powelton, what you walk into, you basically, I was basically showing how, where is it at? Rick Child.
And good evening now. We begin tonight with the latest in the Rick Child murder trial, as today marks 3 years since 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack Belton was shot and killed outside a Columbia gas station.
And today, jurors heard hours of emotional testimony from witnesses.
How this young man was shot in the back by
Camera and store surveillance video from the day of.
And he was found not guilty. So that's basically what we were talking about. We were talking about how these were black in the eyes of the law. you're dead. That's basically what we were talking about. How some of us, you know, want to fight for the enemy when the enemy ain't fighting for us. These migrants and immigrants. Me, myself personally, I don't want them around me. But, you know, some of y'all are kumbayas. Y'all love kumbaya. Put the links in the chat, man. We were basically showing how, damn, where'd it go? That I might have, how this man was found not guilty. I think I put it in my emails. That's why. Go to my emails again. I think I went to my emails. But how, you know, they found that Rick Child not guilty of killing that young man, shooting him in the back. Master Green, what's good, Master Green? Grand Rising. Much love to you and the family. Yeah, no nigger zone. That's what these racists think about us. But some of us, you know, basically the topic is diversiveness. Is it necessary? Should we allow everyone among us? Some of y'all want us to let the enemy among us. Some of y'all are still on that. We are the world. We are equal. You know, I ain't on that, man. I'm on niggas and niggas only. Should we have these foreigners fight for us? Fuck no, because they don't care about us. Yeah, that's how these foreigners, a lot of these foreigners, I'm not saying all of them, a lot of them, those niggers on. Like that Chinese guy said, I'm a white supremacist. He said that shit so proudly. The young man did right, because the racist never put his hands on him. You can talk all the shit you want, but put your hands on me, you ain't gonna be smiling. So the young man did right, man. He should have clocked him, but he did right not clocked him. Because if he would have clocked him, he'd have got locked the fuck up and put in jail. So what I'm saying is, this system, they don't give a fuck about a nigga. Your life don't mean shit. That's why I was asking these law niggas, come show me in the Constitution where we're getting the equal treatment, where this young man got the equal treatment. He got unalive, shot in the back, and the person that shot him basically got away with it. Let me check my emails real quick. The link's in the chat. Anybody want to come up, man? Yeah, that's where it's at. Yep. Rick Child, found not guilty. Like I said, you look the story up. You don't know about it, look it up. Again, stealing, he proved that he didn't steal. He put the waters back that he was going to buy. They asked to search him. He searched them. He walked out of the store, and they started chasing him and shot him in the back. And he was found not guilty of unaliving this black man. So do they really care about our lives? Is the question I'm asking you. If you're a nigga, do these foreigners care about your fucking life? Does the judicial system care about your life? And like I said, we're gonna go back over here because we got this other case going on, Carmelo Anthony, and this family case that's going on. That I showed yesterday.
You're using AI every day, but you're leaving.
So that's why I'm asking you, do this system give a fuck about niggas? Thank you. Thank you, Akeem. Azim. They can kill us and get away with it. But when we defend ourselves, we become the aggressor. And I kind of want to go back to this other story for y'all, for the people that, love their dogs. This man was walking down the street of Los Angeles, California. A dog attacked him. He defending himself from the dog. And they unalive him. Like I always say, this judicial system, they protect the pedophiles, they protect the racists, they protect the alphabet crew, but they ain't protecting the nigga for sure. My man cut my grass in the background. It's a little loud. We're gonna take.
I'm tired of how black men being killed. They done put some respect on our damn name. If my brother in Minneapolis do everything the right way, where is he right now? I don't want to hear do things the right way. You are not gonna tell police.
I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. I see the strangest things, the evil that money brings. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. And they wanna bury me. Why? 'Cause I'm anti-everything. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens.
Man, I'm anti-dirty cops, anti-bullshit, I'm anti-scamming ass preachers in the pulpit. I'm anti-no truth, anti-full of lies, I'm anti-scared to try, I'm anti-scared to die, I'm anti-poverty, anti-stay the same, I'm anti-hard lies, anti-scared to change, I'm anti-pity parties, anti-excuse makers, anti-lazy niggas, anti-truth haters, anti-praying march, I'm anti-quiet nigga, Malcolm over Martin, I ain't anti-violent nigga, anti-fake woke, anti-unaware, I'm anti-Jesus Christ, I'm anti-church and prayer, I'm anti-false hopes, anti-Holy Ghost, I'm anti-fairy tales, brainwashing grown folks, I'm anti-Jesus letting killers in the church house, and God ain't doing shit, but watching as we get murked out, I'm anti-niggas too blind to open their eyes and see, I'm anti-loving my enemies and apologies, I'm anti-gangbang music, helping kill the youth and drug overdose music, targeted to me and you, I'm anti-black cops, signing while they killing us, and black judges hugging the killer, but they ain't helping us. I'm anti-scared to fight, anti-scared to lead. Malcolm said won't be no revolution, cause y'all scared to bleed. I'm anti-no proof, anti-no evidence, anti-niggas not asking questions, just believing shit. I'm anti-begging to the sky with situations, so I trust and I believe in me. I'm anti-belief in God, I'm anti.
Hey, Time, you get a minute? Come on up. Everybody welcome to hit the link, man. You know, my question to you, Eitan, under black law, do you think that young man, do you think basically that man will be found not guilty under black law if we were using black law? With that Chinese man that shot that 14-year-old, would he still been found guilty? And you can put it in the chat, man. You know, I just want to talk to some of the, law guys. Should we be standing on black? Because like I say, what I see in the eyes of the court, the judges, the judicial system, the black is dead in the eyes. That's how they are able to kill that 14-year-old black man. Shot him in the back. Because black is dead in the eyes of the law. Not saying you stand on black or anything. Should we keep that misnomer? I say no, because we ain't none of them. But could black law have got that guy prosecuted for unaliving that 14-year-old, 16-year-old boy? None of your business. Much love and respect to the sister. None of your business. Let's go back to the music.
Evil on this earth, hating racism, anti-hate for whites, I'm anti-niggas, nigga, anti.
My bad, I got knocked out. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, and I'm back. Put a 1 in the chat. I got knocked out. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Mic check, mic check. I got knocked out. I'm back. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Thank you, Poison Puppet. I got knocked out. Let's get back to that song, man. Let me make sure I'm sharing the sound, because I got knocked out. Here we go.
First skipped message sent
Thank you,
yesterday at 5:27 p.m.
I'm tired of how black men being killed. They done put some respect on our damn name. My brother in Minneapolis do everything the right way. Where is he right now? I don't want to hear do things the right way. You are not going to talk police.
I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. I see the strangest things, the evil that money brings. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. And they wanna bury me. Why? 'Cause I'm anti-everything. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens.
Man, I'm anti-dirty cops, anti-bullshit, I'm anti-scamming ass preachers in the pulpit. I'm anti-no truth, anti-full of lies, I'm anti-scared to try, I'm anti-scared to die, I'm anti-poverty, anti-stay the same, I'm anti-hard lies, anti-scared to change, I'm anti-pity parties, anti-excuse makers, anti-lazy niggas, anti-truth haters, anti-praying march, I'm anti-quiet nigga, Malcolm over Martin, I ain't anti-violent nigga, anti-fake woke, anti-unaware, I'm anti-Jesus Christ, I'm anti-church and prayer, I'm anti-false hopes, anti-Holy Ghost, I'm anti-fairy tales, brainwashing grown folks, I'm anti-Jesus letting killers in the church house, and God ain't doing shit, but watching as we get murked out, I'm anti-niggas too blind to open their eyes and see, I'm anti-loving my enemies and apologies, I'm anti-gangbang music, helping kill the youth and drug overdose music targeted to me and you, I'm anti-black cops, silent while they killing us, and black judges hugging the killer, but they ain't helping us. I'm anti-scared to fight, anti-scared to lead. Malcolm said won't be no revolution, cause y'all scared to bleed. I'm anti-no proof, anti-no evidence, anti-niggas not asking questions, just believing shit. I'm anti-begging to the sky when situations hard. I trust and I believe in me. I'm anti-belief in God. I'm anti-evil on this earth, hating racism, anti-hate for whites. I'm anti-niggas, nigga, anti-genocide, self-hate and suffering. If it don't help to better us, I'm anti-everything.
The strangest things, the evil that money brings. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round.
anti-fake truth. I'm anti-believing of slavery stories taught at school. I'm anti that we all from Africa don't apply to me. I'm anti Kanye rocking our people back to sleep. I'm anti-granny killers. Grandcestors had the truth. I'm anti-monkey shit. I'm anti-Lucy too. I'm anti-letting these white folks tell me just who I am. My granny came from right here, nigga. She was an Indian. I'm anti-getting scammed, anti-getting played. I'm pro-genealogy. I'm anti-DNA. I'm anti-refusing to check in the shit that we was gave. I'm anti-believing the white man and not what granny say. Niggas ain't like it when Waka came dropping facts in. He said he wasn't black and he ain't African-American. That's real talk, real spill, real life, real deal. I'm anti-hurting us. My mission is to help heal. I'm anti-ignorance, anti-religious shit. I'm anti-cool with niggas cognitive dissonance. I'm anti-lack of knowledge, put us at a disadvantage. Anti-social with niggas fighting for a chicken sandwich. Anti-Flint water, anti-sucker shit. And fuck you to them blacks that's selling out for the government. I'm anti-no planning, anti-folk scamming, anti-no will. I'm anti-low standards, anti-no drive, anti-low lives, anti-low esteem. I'm anti-no pride, anti-wanna quit. I'm anti-giving up. I'm anti-niggas not helping to lift our people up. I'm anti-hating niggas, anti-lame niggas, anti-6ix9ine. I'm anti-snake niggas, anti-low vibe. Live life, fly high. Some days it's gonna be full of rain, the other days the sun will shine.
None of your business.
The evil that money brings. I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. They wanna bury me. Cause I'm anti-everything.
My brother P.
I swear it's like a disease that goes round and round and round like sirens. I see the strangest things.
Jesus fake,
The
bruh.
evil that money brings.
Keep telling them, Jesus fake. The Bible is mythology, man. Like I said, I keep telling people, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Mythology, theology, shit that cannot be proven. I stand on it, man. Jesus fake, bruh. Adam is fake. Muhammad is fake. Everybody in that book is fake. Not just Jesus. Let's get to the point. Yeah, hopefully everybody good. I know I wanted to go. Man, blowing leaves and shit. I want to go to my watch later and review a couple more videos. Then I'm gonna shut it down, man. Nobody hit the link. I'm gonna shut it down. I wanted to review a couple videos, man. You know, fair use, and I'm not gonna play this whole video, man. Hospital kills COVID patients on purpose for profit. Nurse whistleblower Kim Overton, excuse me. That's one story I wanted to talk about. Then the other story is so-called Trump health is failing. The man is 80-something years old. You know what I mean? He was right behind Biden. You know, Abby talked about it.
All right, guys. So we got some breaking news about Donald Trump's health report. And this is very interesting. So first and foremost, a couple of days passed and it seemed like the White House did not want to release his physical exam, the results of that. And then this information was finally put out there. So the fact that they held on to this information for a couple of days, it's obvious to me they did not want to release it. And I'm going to show you why. First and foremost, let's take a look at that actual report. And then we're going to hear from a medical analyst that was on CNN, and he's going to tell you what he thinks about it. So here's the information that was released, memorandum from the physician to the president. So let's just dive in here, right? So it says on May 26, Donald Trump underwent his annual medical examination at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. I'll make this a little bit bigger for you guys so you can read along with me. The comprehensive preventative evaluation included a thorough review of all diagnostic studies and laboratory testing conducted over the past year, as well as consultations with 22 specialty providers from multiple academic institutions. Okay, so let's dive into this. First of all, let's look at his vitals. 79 years old, 75 inches is his height. His weight is 238 pounds. Let's just go ahead and pause there for a second. So first of all, the doctor said that Donald Trump is in excellent health. And I'm just going to show you how that's bullshit. Donald Trump is not in excellent health. And let's start with the weight and the age. He's 79 years old and he weighs 238 pounds. And I'm wondering if they're even undercounting that number. I'm wondering if he actually weighs more than that. But let's just go with the information that they reported for right now. When you are over the age of 50 and you weigh over 200 pounds, that's not excellent health. So that's the first part. There's a big difference between weighing over 200 pounds in your 20s and your 30s. But once you get past the age of 40, it is very dangerous for you to have that type of weight on your body. And as you get older, doctors will tell you this. So he's 79 years old and he weighs over 238 pounds and they want you to believe that he's in excellent health. Now, let me explain why that's not true. 79-year-old weighing over 200 pounds, that's dangerous to other organs in your body. As you get older, past the age of 40, especially the weight around your midsection, and any doctor will tell you this, the weight around your midsection, it is important that you keep that low because it can cause other problems. There is something called visceral fat that can increase. That is that weight around your midsection that is behind the abdominal wall. And that fat, the visceral fat, what it does is that it presses on the organs inside your body, right? So that basically makes you a risk for heart issues like heart disease. It can press against, your all those other organs, your heart, your liver, etc. So that's not excellent health. If anything, you should be trying to get that weight down. And what I noticed about this report is that there's nothing mentioned about that he should probably lose some weight, which he should, because that is a health risk. So that right there was the first thing that stood out to me. This is why a lot of times you'll see a lot of older people doing certain exercises like swimming or walking is a big one, right? To try to make sure that weight in the midsection stays down. And walking really does help a lot with that. Donald Trump does not have a healthy diet. We all know this. Like, he eats like McDonald's and things like that all the time. So he's not in excellent health. The weight and his age is a big factor. Let's go on more here. Resting heart rate, 73 beats per minute. Blood pressure, 105/71. Pulse oximetry, 98% on room air, and the temperature is 98.7. So the weight was the first thing that stood out to me. They go on to talk about his eyes, his ears, his head, the ENT, ear, nose, and throat, his neck. Listen to this. For head, ears, nose, and throat, examination was normal except for scarring of the right ear, consistent with prior gunshot injury. That's interesting because pictures today, you don't see a scar on that ear. That's what we were talking about before. Hearing is intact. Teeth are in good condition. Neck, the thyroid and lymph nodes were normal. An ultrasound of the carotid arteries showed normal results. Pulmonary, this is the lungs. The lungs were clear. So we'll go on there. And it says for his eyes that the visual is within normal limits. Let's go to the next part here. This is the part that is also very concerning. The cardiac part. So it goes on to say that the coronary CT demonstrated no arterial obstruction or structural abnormalities, of the heart or major vessels. In addition, AI enhanced electrocardiogram, ECG analysis estimated his cardiac age and established measure of cardiovascular to be approximately 14 years younger than his chronological age. So they used AI to determine this, number one. I mean, get out of here. They use AI to determine it. We all know that AI has its limits. We also know that AI isn't always correct. Why were they using AI to determine this? Two, they're saying that the result of that AI is saying that his heart is 14 years younger than his actual age. He appears to be 14 years younger than his chronological age.
65-year-old.
So knowing what I just told you about the weight and his age and how dangerous it is for you to be over that weight at 79 years old, you guys know that this is BS.
His heart is let me stop it. By him being overweight, his heart is more at risk than it is. Let me go back to that. But yeah, that was one story I wanted to play. And shout out to Abby. I want to do this one real quick. Like I said, we ain't going to review the whole video.
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the
next one is the Abby video too.
I'm gonna hit drum.
All right, let's go. Talking about the U.S. merger with Israel. Let's see how Abby feels about that. Shout out to Savvy.
While we were sleeping, it appears that Congress has been moving legislation, is on the move, to blend the United States military with Israel's military. No, we're not joking. And yes, there's something strange going on in the neighborhood, and you need to see this. Congress quietly moves to integrate U.S. and Israeli militaries. This is the first step towards shifting aid further into the shadows. The House 2027 NDAA would all but fuse the two countries' armed forces together. I also have a poll there. If you guys don't mind, if you can answer that poll question. I'm trying to see how many Zionists be watching. But let's go on. Because this is insane. Yep. So buried into the House version of the 2027 National Defense Authorization Act, also known as the NDAA, it was released on Tuesday, is Section 224. It is entitled United States-Israel Defense Technology Cooperation Initiative. The provision would arguably do more to intertwine the U.S. military with the Israeli military than I think they have a typo here. Then more than 200 billion inflation adjusted in military assistance Israel has received from the United States since its founding in 1948. Remember when Benjamin Netanyahu said, yeah, Israel's going to try to wean off of the United States within 10 years? Remember when all those politicians like AOC as well said, well, yeah, we need to stop sending money to Israel because they can afford to do it on their own. Didn't I tell you that line was bullshit? Because here's the thing. If this passes, and it's already moving forward, if this passes, then that statement is obsolete. Because if they merge the U.S. military with Israel's military, then it won't be a question anymore of should we send money to Israel? We will be one. Let's go on more here.
Y'all hear that shit, right?
This is insane.
Y'all hear that shit, right?
Section 224 lays the groundwork for bilateral research and development, co-production of weapons. See this? Co-production of weapons. Joint ventures licensing agreements, and seemingly every manner of U.S.-Israeli military-industrial complex cooperation. The U.S. and Israel already work together heavily on missile defense, but this provision would greatly expand coordination to seemingly every area of defense tech. This includes, let's go down here, AI, quantum, autonomous systems, direct energy, cyber, biotech, and many more. It also proposes network integration and data fusion. In other words, the U.S. military's data could soon be the Israeli military data, which means Israel would have all of our info. And if they're trying to do co-production of weapons with Israel, then the question of we should not send money to Israel or not send weapons to Israel, that would no longer matter because we would be one. This is how they get past that. Now, I'm going to show you the Congress members that said they're going to fight back against this, but I can already tell you, AOC, I haven't heard anything from her. Let's go on here. If fully enacted, this proposal would provide a higher level of military industrial integration than the U.S. has with any other country in the world. To be sure, the U.S. has worked closely with
my brother, old dude. It goes a lot deeper than merging militaries. Basically, like she said, that Israel will have control of the U.S. population or what's going on here in the U.S. So who would be the president, Netanyahu or Trump? Yeah, it go a lot deeper. I agree. That's why I'm showing this shit, man.
With its NATO partners on co-production and shared supply chains.
So
most notably,
if you're still voting, then you're okay with them merging with Israel militaries. That's what I'm saying. Republican, Democrat, liberal. You're basically voting for Israel to take control of America. The link's in the chat. Anybody can come up. The link is pinned. Bringing that smoke, that fire to anybody that want that smoke. The link's in the chat, man. Should we be allowing the Israel government to leech off of our government, which she showed the numbers. Oh, shit. She showed the numbers. The $200 billion we've been paying them. Taxpayers' money. They can give $200 billion to Israel, but they can't. I've seen it. Certain laws had a state. Certain states had a law of being homeless. I think it was California. They're locking up homeless people. And we sending $200 billion to Israel. More like a trillion plus going to Israel, which we could be, reparations, restitution, whatever you want to call it. They ain't talking about doing shit for black people. Let's go back to the court shit. They allowed that Chinese man to shoot that kid in the back. So what you think the corporation gonna do for the nigger here, or the colored here, or the black here? What do you think they're gonna do? Nothing. Keep doing what they doing, allowing other groups, these migrants and immigrants, to hate you and get away with it. But let's continue with the video, man. How the United States military is merging with Israel military.
Via the Defense Production Action Plan. And as the #1 arms dealer in the world, the U.S. provides weapons to militaries across the globe. But that is
#1
mostly a
arms
one-way
dealer in
street,
the world.
with the U.S. providing weapons to foreign buyers who only occasionally make parts for those weapons themselves, as in the case of the F-35's global supply chain. However, with Section 224, this would be a different beast entirely. It would fuse the U.S. and Israeli defense sectors into multiple areas vital to the battlefields of the future, like autonomous systems and cyber. It would also bring extraordinary Israeli influence into the U.S. beyond what it already has through the Israel lobby and its robust network of social media influencers. So they would be deeply, much more embedded into the United States society, culture, way of life. This goes beyond the government. At that point,
That's what
we would all
old
basically
dude was
just be
talking about.
subservient to Israel.
I lost $50,000 because I didn't.
Let me pause that commercial. Like I said, they would have control of basically everything here in America. They can
Says that
they can bring their Israel government military over here and defend America and send our military over there to defend over there. And these are the same people that got involved in our civil rights movement and took it over, where it's all about the Jewish Holocaust. The American corporation only acknowledged the Jewish Holocaust and several other alleged bombings that they done. Let me email it to myself. I'm gonna continue the video, man. And you got these so-called people that want to stay with this government no matter what it do. That's mind-blowing to me. You remind me of a COVID-19 patient. They're basically going to allow Israel military to merge with our military and give them control of it. 52 states, 50 states, whatever it is. To me, that sounds like total control of the government to me. Exactly, Dion. Exactly. That's what I'll be saying. Where that so-called guy. Stop all this BS. Exactly. So let's play the video, man. God letting this shit happen. Because God ain't real. God is an entity that they created to put fear in people. It ain't gonna never intervene in nothing that these pink people, these nations, these governments, these corporations, it'll never get involved. Because it's not real. It's what they made up with religion.
Be subservient to Israel.
Subservient, she
This
said.
part here.
Let's rewind that shit back. They're going to be subservient to Israel.
So they would be deeply, much more embedded into the United States society, culture, way of life. This goes beyond the government. At that point, we would all basically just be subservient to Israel.
I agree, Savvy.
This part
Good
here
point. Excellent point.
says that
I totally agree.
it would give the Israeli government the opportunity to greatly expand one of the most powerful levers of influence in U.S. politics, jobs in the United States, by expanding or starting new co-production.
Now, let me ask y'all this question. D. Allen, old dude, say if the United States merge with Israel, do you think China and the Russians, would that possibly start another war here or somewhere else, not far from here? If the United States merged with Russia, with Israel, because they already, going against them with that Brit shit. What y'all think? If the United States merged with Israel, would that piss Russia or China or the other so-called superpowers off and make them want to unite with each other? Cuba uniting with who? That's what I say. They all evil. You already know what we say. You know what I mean? But if this merge happens, how do you think Russia gonna feel? How do you think China gonna feel? How do you think Japan gonna feel? How do you think that, we already know what the Arab nations gonna feel. They're gonna be pissed because they allow military bases all through that Middle Eastern and Africa area. Yeah, I don't think Russia like it too much either. And like I said, even though we know all these corporations are working together, Russia, China, all of them corporations, land that's controlled by corporations. But yeah, this United States merging with Israel military, and like she said, Congress been pushing that shit and in the system for a minute, making sure, so basically, wow. Israel will be part of the government, right? If they merge militaries, that means Ben Yat, whatever his name is, he would become part of the corporation here, right? Y'all with me? He would become part of the corporation here. What y'all think, man? Damn. Israel said that? Yeah, they been in control of the government then. If Israel said that, the island, they been in control of our government, man. Wow. Let's play some more of the video, man.
Facilities like it already has in Mississippi and Arkansas, the Israeli government could boast of providing jobs on U.S. soil, thereby securing allies among members of Congress who represent the districts where those jobs lie. So this is a big one, right? When you think of some of those contractors, like Boeing is a big one, right? So where Boeing is in South Carolina, for many people that live in that area, That's like the biggest employer in town. So it's not necessarily that everybody says, hey, I want to go work for Boeing, but that's what's there. And so if they continue to do that, as they have in Mississippi and in Arkansas, essentially politicians that are coming from that area are going to take money from Israel, whether they want to or not, because the people need to keep their jobs. Now, do you see how this transfers into the working class? It's no longer just a foreign policy issue anymore, because now you have Israel basically, I guess, holding U.S. jobs in their hand. And people aren't going to want to lose their jobs because they won't be able to pay their bills. Every congressional member needs to know about this, because we know there's a tendency for them to just sign bills and not actually read them. It goes on to say here, the result could well be a U.S. political system even more susceptible to the whims of an Israeli government that seemingly has no qualms about drawing the U.S. into military conflicts in the Middle East. The unprecedented level of U.S.-Israeli military integration stands in stark contrast to the traditional aid model of defense cooperation, in which Israel already stood out as the top recipient of U.S. military assistance. As laid out in the recent Quincy Institute brief, this shift from an aid model to a military integration model has troubling implications, namely, they always want you to subscribe, and I'm not going to. This shift will strip away the political and diplomatic oversight mechanisms that make the relationship publicly accountable, moving it from a visible annual aid vote into the opaque machinery of defense acquisition, where oversight is limited and political accountability is minimal. The result would be a defense relationship that is simultaneously deeper and less transparent. This all comes at a time when the Israeli military has repeatedly used U.S. weapons in strikes that have violated international humanitarian laws in Gaza. So let me just add something here. See what I was saying about defense contract and deepening relationships?
I'm just bringing information, that I think we can use, the people can use, man. So shout out to everybody in the house, man. I hope y'all enjoying this content.
It has gotten to the point now, at least here in Massachusetts, even the universities have defense contracts. They're embedded in so much. Tech has defense contracts. And this is why I say there's no such thing as ethical consumption under capitalism, because all of this it's all attached to some type of corruption in some way, shape, or form. Now, Al Jazeera is alerting everyone now to let them know that Congress is already advancing this legislation. And see, again, corporate media is not talking about this. Let me go ahead and bring this down here. So Al Jazeera is letting everybody know, again, the name of the bill, let me put it here, the proposal, so you can contact your representatives, let everybody know about this, guys. The United States-Israel Defense Technology Cooperation Initiative. The section you want to focus on is Section 224. And that is part of the fiscal year for 2027. So they're trying to rush this through. And it says here that it's at an early stage, but let me show you something else. Watch this. Let's come back to Thomas Massey. We'll come back to him. Gen X Girl is warning people, we need to be vigilant because in typical Israel lobby fashion, they have several bills to address it. So if one fails, others are ready to go. And she's warning everybody to let you know what those other bills are. U.S.-Israel Futures Act, U.S.-Israel Defense Partnership Act, the NDAA U.S.-Israel Defense Technology Cooperation. So it's not just this one that I'm talking about here. Like she said, they got other ones that are launched and ready to go. And so for people who, tell us, don't focus on Israel, don't care about foreign policy, just focus on what's happening here. No, the foreign policy bleeds into domestic policy. We will be implicated here. The more money and the more cooperation that we have with Israel, the less is going to happen for us right here. And this is bipartisan.
What Sabby is saying. I 100% agree.
So this is not a game. So she gave the warning back in December 20th of 2025.
Y'all know.
She was letting people know here. Let's go ahead and go to this video that she has here because she does these. We pull this
on U.S.
up here.
Taxpayers' Dime by Gen X Girl 1994.
Here we go.
In a move that underscores the lopsided nature of U.S.-Israel relations, the two countries are negotiating a proposed 20-year security aid pact to succeed the current 10-year Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, which expires in 2028. Israel hopes the new agreement will provide an annual sum at least equal to, or even greater than, the previous $4 billion.
And let me tell y'all this. If you're thinking, if this happens, black people will never get reparations because the two countries that voted against reparations are United States and Israel. Y'all get me? So if this happens, they're going to make sure they never do anything for black people. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all see this, man. Can I see some ones, man? Because I was about to shut it down, man. But I want to make sure we on point. If this happens, the United States merge with Israel, black people are not going to get reparations. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all see that. They already vote not for it. Got you. Thank you, old dude. Yeah. Body artist. Thank you. Yeah. Got you. Point. Yeah, thank you. We're not, black people ain't getting reparations if this shit happens because the Jews already said no. And they're making sure their Holocaust be the only Holocaust that be remembered. Thank you for your ones, man. They're going to make sure the black Holocaust never happened. They're going to make sure they talk about their Jewish Holocaust, what happened to them, and overlook what happened to us here in America. Or, yeah, us here in America. Because they already voted against it, man. So, all that shit, this ain't looking good for us, man. It ain't looking good for so-called niggas here in America, man. Yeah, I see the ones. Thank you, Enoch. Appreciate y'all, man. And let's talk real quick. That bill that Black Power was talking about, that $1 billion that we can sign up if things were done to you, the court system basically put a pause to that or a stop to it. So that slush fund or whatever that Trump shit was, they're doing $1 billion. If it was something done to you, that shit went away too. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard that. About that $1 billion bill that Trump was talking about for if you did something, if the corporation weaponization fund. The court system paused that shit. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all knew that. Yeah, that so-called slush fund. The court system put a freeze to that. Thank you, body arts. I just like to make sure I'm correct with my information, that y'all heard the same thing. Now, yeah, so that shit on hold. You know, had some of us thinking, yeah, we can. I was in one of them, thinking I might put a claim in, but they put a, for my daughter, not no slave shit or for my daughter. But yeah, a judge, like I said, the whole system corrupt. From what I see, they, like I said, they want to continue the Holocaust be the only story here that happened. They don't want to talk about what they did to black people, to niggas, to colored, to Indians. They don't want to talk about none of that. They only want to talk about what happened with the Jews. And that's what, by merging with them, basically get the Jews control of what happened here in America. And we know how the Jews are. They're going to make sure their story is the only story being told.
$1 billion per year. Negotiations which halted amid Israel's ongoing genocide in Gaza have restarted with an eye toward closure within a year, though the White House remains quiet, perhaps wary of the political optics. Israeli officials and Israel lobby groups like AIPAC tout this as innovative outside-the-box thinking, but it is a thinly veiled subsidy for Israel's defense sector.
Be very cautious of this word innovative. These are words that you guys can write these down if you want to take notes. Certain words that ring alarm to me: innovative, revitalize or revitalization, green space. These types of words, it's like they use these words because it sounds positive. Like, oh, it's innovative. Oh, we're revitalizing downtown. It sounds positive. And oftentimes people won't look past the headline. But a lot of times, if you look within the details, you'll see the devil is in the details. And it's not what you think it is. So they use these words like it.
Nah, I can't, man. I ain't following it. It's dead in the eyes of the law, my brother, because it's past the law. What do they call it? It's past the amount of time that you can sue. I forget the word for it. I got a few things on my brain. But yeah, how do you feel about? I feel like my brother Infamous style, that since they're merging with the Jews, that black people, niggas' story has never be heard. And basically, United States and Israel were the only two companies that voted against giving reparations. So I feel like getting reparations is out with them merging with Israel. The statute of limitations is over on the death of my daughter, man. Unless they extend the statute of limitations, they made sure I couldn't sue. They're protecting Big Pharma, man. Just like they're protecting the Jews. This corporation is protecting Big Pharma like it's protecting the Jews, like it's protecting the big companies, man. Like it's protecting the big, pesticide companies. They're getting rewarded. These data centers, AI, it's caring more about AI's health than humans. And this last story I wanted to bring out, I might as well play it, man.
We, in effect, signed their death warrant with every...
I might as well play it. Hold on.
But I can remember arguing with the doctors, and they would just say, I would say, why are we doing this? It doesn't make any sense. And they would just say, it's protocol. And that's the only answer that they ever had.
We have special guests with us, Kimberly Overton, critical care registered nurse and the founder of the Nurse Freedom Network, a nonprofit dedicated to advocating for medical freedom, informed consent, and patient autonomy.
Yeah. It's a statute of limitation when it comes to your children dying in a hospital. So like I said, they're protecting Big Pharma, man. Yeah, I had $1 million lawyers go after it. And they all was too scared because this corporation is protecting the pharmaceutical companies, the doctors, the hospitals, the nursing homes. They're protecting all of them, man. I think the statute of limitation is 12 years. Excuse me, 8 years. 8 to 10 years. After that, no lawyer will take it. That's why I don't fuck with lawyers. Don't trust them. They're snakes, like the doctors, like the politicians. But let's get back to these doctors.
Overton left traditional bedside nursing in 2021 to protest hospital protocols and vaccine mandates, subsequently launching Remnant Concierge Nursing Service to provide holistic care for the vaccine injured. In addition to her advocacy work, she serves as the host of the talk radio show Nurses Out Loud and has been featured in media outlets such as The New American and American Out Loud News. Welcome to the show, Kimberly Overton.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Now, what brought you to my attention is this video. It's a 2-minute video I want to play for everybody so they understand why I wanted to.
But like I said, I got the story. A judge put a halt to that weaponization bill. Look it up, man. It's on freeze right now. And they're going to try to block it. The judge is trying to block it. Look it up, man. Both of y'all, look it up. Matter of fact, did I put the story in my watch later? I'll go to it. Hold on. I just blocked it. I sent it to my emails. I'll go to my emails. But let's listen to this. Links in the chat.
Have you on the show, and then we'll talk about it.
My background is in critical care, and I worked throughout the pandemic in the ICU directly caring for COVID patients. After 18 months of chaos, I left the bedside because I could not watch one more of my patients needlessly die due to deadly hospital protocols and the denial of life-saving medications. They were telling us that COVID was killing all of our patients, but I contend that this was not the case at all. But instead, it was the complete and total medical mismanagement of COVID that was killing them. If patients were dying of the virus itself, then why were we not pulling bodies from homes and off of the streets en masse? The reality is that patients, they're not dying at home. They're not dying on our streets. They are dying in our hospitals, and it is time that we start asking ourselves why. I walked away.
I hear you, bro.
But if there's one thing that still haunts me from my time working at the bedside, it is the faces. The faces of the patients that I knew didn't need to die. I can't get them out of my head. I had never been really comfortable with death. But you quickly begin to understand that death is a part of life that comes for all of us eventually. And one of the first things I learned in nursing, especially working in the ICU, is that there are fates far worse than death. I considered it an honor to be able to provide compassion in a patient's last moments, to care for them. But this was different. These patients, they didn't die from a disease, they didn't die from a virus. These patients died in a hospital holocaust, and this shamelessly corrupt system used its well-intentioned nurses to carry out their sinister plan. The ventilators, they're the new gas chambers. I walked away, but not before I witnessed numerous alarming signs that these novel vaccines were causing great harm to my patients.
So That's pretty powerful stuff, and I appreciate your courage to speak out. Why do you think more nurses, they had to see this, right?
Right. I mean, it's so hard to understand. I don't know if it's that it's just cognitive dissonance, that they don't want to believe that they could be part of something like that. I think it was a complete and total wake up call for me. I was a very allopathically trained nurse. I always knew that there was corruption in the healthcare system. Sure. I've long known that they have placed profits over patients, but in my wildest dreams, I never imagined that hospital systems or the government would be murdering patients for profit. I have not found an.
And it just shows what I've been saying. This whole system is corrupt. The hospitals, the doctors, the nurses, the coroner, they all working together, a network, working together to put this shit up in you, man. And that's a crime against humanity. What they done, even if you didn't take a shot. This is what we should be going at him, my brother Infamous Styles, old dude. This COVID shit. By them giving you a choice to take it is the case. We all should be fighting crimes against humanity. This COVID shit. If you would have let them inject you with it, they would have damn sure injected you with it, man. And now it's shown that all this shit was a 2020 Tuskegee experiment, however you say it. Shit was a medical experiment. Depopulation. Crimes against humanity. You know what I mean? But like I said, my daughter case is old. I thought about it. But this case is active and still going on. And like I showed prior to the video, the United States is merging with Israel. They're merging armies. So what y'all think? Get back to the video, man.
Nice way to say that, but that's exactly what was happening to our patients. They were being murdered for profit. And it's hard to, even when you're inside of that system, when you're inside of it, it's really difficult.
Humanity and a crime against the corporation. They allowed it. They encouraged it. They pushed it. They're still pushing it on their TVs. They're pushing the hantavirus now. So my brother Aton, old dude, should we go at him with the COVID thing? I say yes. Crimes against humanity, man. And if you took it, you should definitely be compensated. But if you didn't take it and you were smart enough not to take it because they tried to force it on the world, you should get paid. These pharmaceutical companies got trillions. But our people think they need the medication so bad when that medication is poisoning, not just the COVID shot, all their medications. These hospitals were death camps. We were checking in our people to death camps. That's why I said my mother was a G. She knew not to, she didn't want to die in them hospitals. She made it her point to die in a home that she bought, that she owned. She didn't want to go to the fucking hospital, have a poke on you, give you COVID. Because when you go there, once you take your people there, even if you don't want them to take that COVID shot, they're going to force it on them, man. Because that's how corrupt this system is. They're getting paid for COVID deaths. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all with me there. Yeah, but they gave you a choice too. They wanted you to participate. They wanted me to participate. We were smarter than that. They still tried us. So even if you didn't participate, it's still crimes against humanity is the point I'm trying to make. Shout out, hope they prepared, man. The illusion of choice. I chose not to. Like I chose not to go to courts or be a part of their jury duties. Like I choose not to vote, not to participate. Same way I chose not to put on a mask. And I chose not to take that COVID shot, me and my family. Like I said, you'll see me in a shiesty. I wear shiesties. I don't wear COVID-19 masks. I've been wearing a shiesty on and off for the last, before I went in the military, I was wearing shiesties. If you're going to see me with anything, you're going to see me with one of these on. Never see me with a mask on. I like shiesties. And I'm not. And I'm not wearing it because of COVID. I'm wearing it because I like them. Because I like wearing shiesties. Like I said, I was wearing these before I went in the military, and I definitely wore when I was in the military. I keep me a shiesty mask around. We wore this shit in the military. So wearing a shiesty ain't nothing new to me. I'd rather wear that than a mask. But yeah, back to this COVID-19, man. How the hospitals was getting paid for unaliving you. We've been saying this shit for years, man. You know, I just like some receipts. Show some receipts. Links in the chat.
Difficult to see because you're so close. So I think there's a lot of it is cognitive dissonance. Another is, and it's quite unfortunate that people just won't put themselves out there for that. They are afraid of losing their income and their career. But at no point could I ever imagine putting a paycheck before human life.
So now I remember at the beginning of the pandemic.
Curious, what's good, Curious? How you doing, man? Okay, I got you, old dude. Enjoy your day, brother. Much love and respect. What's good, Curious? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
They were scaremongering everybody that we're not going to have enough ventilators. We got to have more ventilators. We got to have ventilators. And what it turns out, what they were actually, well, I'll have you explain that. But at the end, Dr. Fauci, he admits to lots of his crimes, and this was one of them. He actually admitted that it was bad medicine to put COVID patients on ventilators. And what he means by that was bad medicine. It wasn't the best practice, meaning it killed them. So when I know people who hate me right now because I told the truth about COVID and the vaccines, and my mom died.
Yes, I'm glad all well, brother. Much love and respect to you and the family, man. Hopefully all good. You let me know all good, man. All good here as well, brother. Thank you for your support.
From COVID. And I try to explain to them, most likely didn't die from COVID, but died from the treatment that they gave them, which was ventilators, and what else? What was the other treatment that they gave them when they put them on a ventilator? First, they denied them ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, even steroids at the beginning. They were not allowed to use steroids.
Not even ibuprofen, Jimmy. They said ibuprofen was contraindicated in COVID patients, despite there being zero evidence that it caused any harm. The medication that they used, so it was like a never-ending assembly line of death. It was the remdesivir, ventilator, death, wash, rinse, repeat, over and over again. The remdesivir is an antiviral medication. It was at the time, it was being used as under an emergency use authorization. But what's interesting about that, it's an antiviral medication, right? So,
and you still got these people who justifying this COVID-19 shot, man. They still think that it helped them. That's the cognitive dissonance that she's talking about.
in order for it to be effective, it relies on viral replication. If you remember back when all of this was happening, they were telling COVID patients, oh, you have COVID, go home, you're good. Just come back when you can't breathe or, when you're a prime candidate for a ventilator. But by the time that these patients were getting to us in the ERs, getting to us in the ICUs, they were already well past their replication phase, several days into their symptomatic phase. So that medication wasn't going to work anyway. That was my biggest question, was why were we using this medication? It was clearly doing more harm than good. All you need to do is go back to the Ebola trials of 2008, and you would see that 54% of those study participants died. I can promise you they didn't lead with that in the
like I said, too many of
informed consent that was not given to patients.
And so the reason why they were giving them remdesivir, just like Dr. Fauci during the AIDS crisis gave people AZT, even though it was toxic and they knew it, just like you're talking about, they knew remdesivir was toxic. And even if it wasn't, they were giving it to them at a time when it wouldn't work, even if it did work, because it wasn't at that stage of the disease that it would work. And the reason why they were doing that was for profit.
Correct. Right. It's a very costly medication. That was another one of my big questions, Jimmy, was, why is the government financially incentivizing the use of this medication? It was about $3,000 to $5,000, I believe, for a 5-day course. And again, it was a medication that wasn't going to be effective. We knew it had an increase in mortality and a decrease in renal function. So we were, basically shutting people's organs down. They were filling with fluid. They were drowning. These patients were drowning, and then we're placing them on a ventilator and we're blowing out their lungs.
And so there was one more treatment that they would give that that increased their speed of death. I learned this from Dr. Drew, is that they would not only would they give them remdesivir, they would deny them actual treatments that had shown to be helpful, but they would put them on a ventilator, and then when they did that, they would give them an opioid, which is going to slow down their breathing. It's the exact opposite of what you should do. So they were giving them this toxic cocktail stew that was that no other thing could happen except death. Right? Is that what? Am I right about this?
Yeah, they were putting them on high doses of fentanyl. They were using propofol and midazolam, and they were using these medications and at such high doses. And then, typically when you have a patient that's on a ventilator, usually every morning you have a breathing trial where you try to wean off of that sedation. And I was supposed to allow the patient to try to breathe on their own so we can see if we can extubate them.
Am I right when they said fentanyl, they're going to be high as hell and hallucinating when they're dying? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm correct with the fentanyl. They're going to be high as hell hallucinating. Schizzing. Damn, they did. Fentanyl? Damn, fentanyl though? Gotcha.
But the doses were so high, there was no way that we could get them weaned off of these medications. And so unfortunately, nobody was able to get off that vent. Probably the most egregious thing that I saw during all of this, though, was that they were pushing for early intubation. Intubation is not something that you just do, it's when you're in respiratory failure or respiratory, it's a last resort effort always. And they were placing and pushing for early intubation as a way to contain the virus. This was their rationale, that this would contain the virus. If you understand that a ventilator is a closed loop system, once the patient is on that ventilator, the virus is no longer being disseminated into the air, supposedly to protect the healthcare workers from what we've already been exposed to the virus and everything else anyway. So it made no sense.
And so if you're a nurse and you know that this makes no sense, doctors and certainly pulmonary experts and lung experts, they had to know that they were doing this and that it was
corrupt to the
bad
core,
medicine. And I had people who, my mom died, I know a lady who died, and they would yell at me for telling the truth about COVID.
Yep.
And they would go, "Oh, you're really every doctor in the world somehow is going along with this conspiracy."
Yep.
What do you say to someone who says something like that?
It's really hard to understand. I ask this all the time, are they just complicit in the lie and the silence, or did they just not know any better when they should? I'll leave it to you to decide which of those scenarios is more frightening to you. But I can remember distinctly arguing with a doctor at the bedside of a patient. He was pushing. He said it's the key to this is early intubation, and I was arguing back and forth with him, and I was saying no, it's early treatment, because we knew when we placed those patients on ventilators, they had about an 80% chance that they were not getting off of that. We knew that. So every single time that we did that, we in effect signed their death warrant with every unnecessary intubation that we did. But I can remember arguing with the doctors, and they would just say, I would say, why are we doing this? It doesn't make any sense. And they would just say, it's protocol. And that's the only answer that they ever had.
I make a correlation between, I'm a big anti-war advocate, and I expose the mainstream media, which is bought by banks, which most wars are bankers' wars, and bought by the military-industrial complex. And they work for billionaires. They work for the oligarchs. Only a handful of billionaires that run all the media in the United States. And people like, oh, really, Jimmy? Every journalist is a criminal, or they're corrupted, or they're easily corrupted. And I have to remind people that you don't get to be a journalist in corporate America if you think outside the box, if you have something to say that they don't want you to say. And those people who are in corporate America as a journalist, they have been seasoned. They've been, what's the word I'm looking for? They have been conditioned. Since they were in kindergarten to sit in those editorial rooms, because they never colored outside the lines. And so they don't know that they've been conditioned to be these go along journalists without questioning and pushing an establishment billionaires narrative without them even know. They don't even know that they are, which is why I'll never be able to sit in one of those meetings, right? They've been groomed to sit in those meetings, and they've weeded out the people who will actually push back against the establishment narrative. And the same thing goes with doctors. You don't become a doctor because you push back against your medical textbook in the medical school. You become a doctor because you can remember things and recite them back. That's what doctors really are. Very few doctors are actually free thinkers or innovators or people who will push back against the establishment. And the ones that did, like Dr. Pierre Corey, who was a leader in his specialty, they decredited him because he actually did tell the truth about COVID. Same thing with Dr. Robert Malone, who is a vaccinologist, owns several patents on vaccines. He told the truth about the vaccine, and they discredited him too. The same, they put hit pieces on him in the media, in the Atlantic. So the same.
He said he owned a patent on a vaccine. Let's run that back, because I showed in the video a couple days ago.
a handful of billionaires that run all the media in the United States, and people like, oh, really, Jimmy? Every journalist is a criminal, or they're corrupted, or they're easily corrupted. And I have to remind people that you don't get to be a journalist in corporate America if you think outside the box, if you have something to say that they don't want you to say. And those people who are in corporate America as a journalist, they have been seasoned. They've been, what's the word I'm looking for? They have been conditioned. Since they were in kindergarten to sit and
think of Stephen A. Smith, how he do the NBA and NFL players, and then you'll get his point. Stephen A. is strictly for the corporation. He try to bring the players and athletes down. This is a perfect example of these journalists and how they groomed to be only for the corporation. Y'all know Stephen A. Smith. You keep up with sports, you know Stephen A. Smith. And look at a lot of the other journalists. Like I said, they've been handcuffed them and told them, you can't go against the corporation. You go against the corporation, you're going to lose your job. Doctors, same thing. I always say I don't trust the doctors. They took a hypocritical oath to supposedly help the people, but they're not helping the people. They go with what the corporation told them. Those are all people with degrees, right? The doctor got a degree. A journalist got to go to school to get a degree. The nurses got to go to school to get a degree. A lawyer got to go to school to get a degree. A teacher got to go to school to get a degree. All in the same circle. You see what I'm saying? They can't go against the corporation. They can't say like I do, fuck the corporation. The military. I'm not active duty military. I'm retired military. So I can say it. Because I'm not under that oath or pledge allegiance. But most of them are under oath, like I say. You know, that's why they got to do what the corporation tell them to do. These politicians, these people you elect, they got to go under the corporation. You got to go under the corporation. They got to do what the corporation says. Everybody talked about with a degree. He talking about them now. The hospitals, the doctors, the nurses, the journalists, the lawyers, the judges, the police department. Yeah, quietly. Let's get back, man.
those editorial rooms because they never colored outside the lines, and so they don't know that they've been conditioned to be these go along journalists without questioning and pushing an establishment billionaires narrative without them even know. They don't even know that they are, which is why I'll never be able to sit in one of those meetings.
And I say the same thing with mixing races. Is that's what the corporation wants. They want niggas to mix with all nationalities. We are the world. They're pushing mixed relationships on the television. They're pushing homosexuality on the television. That's the agenda of the corporation. They want people to be mixing. I've been saying that for years. Eugenics, where they study that shit. And like I said, they want the mixed relationships. That's what they push on TV. They're still pushing COVID-19 hantavirus on TV. They're pushing mixed relationships. That's all agendas that the corporation are pushing. So all y'all, you know, people that's not y'all in the chat, all the people that's for mixing or integration, That's what you're pushing, the corporation agenda. I've been saying that for years. They don't want niggas to stay with niggas. That's what they're promoting. Much love and respect, Abadu. Good to see you, sister. I modded you up. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Most people already know I got nothing but love and respect for the sisters. So I'm glad you came over. I modded you up. Yeah, yes, ma'am. You can't get federal funding if you don't do this. I totally agree, Abadu. Big facts, sister. Big facts. And like I said, I just want to get this memo out to the people. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us still believe that COVID-19 shot was done for the good of people. No, it wasn't done for the good of humanity. It was for profits. But yeah, I got you, Abdu. Much love to you and the family always. So thank you for coming over and support. Make sure everybody sub up to everybody's channel, man. Let's go.
Right? They've been groomed to sit in those meetings, and they've weeded out the people who will actually push back against the establishment narrative. And the same thing goes with doctors. You don't become a doctor because you push back against your medical textbook. In the medical,
for a perfect example, holistic medicine been around for before these doctors. If you tell your doctor you want to do herbal remedies, he's going to say, I don't recommend them, because he can't go against the narrative. I hit him with that all the time. Doc, I don't take medication. I take herbs. And they leave me the fuck alone. I don't believe in y'all medicine. I'm not taking y'all pills. I'd rather try a herbal remedy. It basically silenced them. Y'all should try it one day. Abby, anybody can join, sister. That's why I put the link out. Anyone that want to join. As always, I'm going to make sure I respect you. And I'm going to make sure my guests respect you. Because, one thing my mother and father taught me, respect my brothers and sisters. So you're welcome to join, Abby. I was going to probably stay on about another 20, 25 minutes, and I was going to shut this one down. But come on and join, Abby. Give me somebody to talk to. Appreciate you. Well, anybody else? I tried to get my brother Infamous to join, or the old dude said he had to go, but anybody can join the link. That's why I always put it out, man. I don't want to be the only voice up here talking, because I'm not a teacher. I ain't trying to teach nobody nothing. I'm just a brother on YouTube that got love for his people. But yeah, you're welcome to join. The link in the chat.
School. You become a doctor because you can remember things and recite them back. That's what doctors really are. Very few doctors are actually free thinkers or innovators or people who will push back against the establishment. And the ones that did, like Dr. Pierre Corey, who was a leader in his specialty.
And what gets me is the part, not just doctors. We all should have some pushback for the establishment. And that's what I do. I give them pushback, man. You know what I mean? I don't agree. Like I said, y'all know I'm anti-everything over here. I don't believe shit I was taught. If I didn't experience it, I don't accept it. But yeah, we should be all challenging the corporation. We should be doing that in all areas of our lives, not just the medical.
Credited him because he actually did tell the truth about COVID. Same thing with Dr. Robert Malone, who is a vaccinologist, owns several patents on vaccines. He told the truth about the vaccine, and they discredited him too. They put hit pieces on him in the media and the.
All you have to do is download the Zoom app. It's not hard, Abby. Download the Zoom app on whatever device you're on. It's going to ask you for your information. You put your same thing with Google do, and you just put your name and change your name to Abadu. Your real name going to be up there, but make sure before you get on, you can change it to Abadu and get it out of your real name. But basically, you download the Zoom app. It's a free app, and then once you click the link, you know, you can turn your camera on, you can turn your camera off, and you control your mic and camera. But it's a free Zoom app. Zoom app is free. You can download it for free. You say I won't let you. Okay, it's all good, Abadu. You're welcome over here anytime. If you ever straighten it out, you're welcome to come up. That's why I put the link in the chat. But we're gonna go on with the video.
The Atlantic. So the same thing. So that's how it happens with doctors. Doctors are not radicals. Doctors are not free thinkers. Doctors are people who've been groomed to repeat back what they've heard in a medical textbook. For the most part, there's a small percentage of doctors and nurses like yourself, but
and we know the whole education system is set up on that, remembering questions, remembering stories. The whole education system is set up on that. So doctors just fall right into it. They got to go to school for 6 to 8 years. I would say 8 years before they can get their degree. They got to practice on people. So yeah, they got to remember shit. Is basically what he's saying. Let me make sure I'm subbed up to you, Abby. I like to make sure I'm subbed up to everybody that support me. I don't think I'm subbed up to you. Bam. Got you. Let me see if I see you live. Let's say 5 o'clock. Okay. I'm subbed to you now, Abby. Because I'm always telling people to sub up to each other. I can't be a hypocrite. So I try to sub to everybody that sub to me. And some people that ain't sub to me. But yeah, I just sub to your channel. I see it 5 o'clock. Let's say 5 o'clock on your thing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share it. So that way you see sub to your channel. I shared your content. Because I already know, I know you from Smoke Signal channel. So, I just sub to your channel, sis. Get back to the video. I'm probably shut it down.
For the most part, that's not how you become a doctor. That's not how you get to pay off your student loans, is by questioning the official narrative and thinking outside the box. You're immediately discredited, you're decredited, and you're kicked out of the profession. That's usually what happens. And that's how something like this is able to happen. Just like with every time a war happens, everybody in the media, every media outlet seems to be pro-war. Isn't it amazing? Every war. And then we learned years later that, of course, the war was a lie, and we've been lied to every war in my lifetime. So that's my explanation of how it happened. What does that sound right?
It sounds exactly right. And, voices like mine, there have been many of us, not many, but enough, that have been out here and sounding the alarm for years. But voices like mine, as you said, are, we're mocked, we're dismissed, we're deplatformed. And I've been out here for years. Actually, I know, I'm sure you're familiar with the amazing filmmaker, Mickey Willis.
Yes, of course.
Mickey Willis is amazing filmmaker, amazing human being. He has the film coming out, Bad Medicine, that I'm actually featured in that film. I'm really excited about that, but that's something that has been in the works for years. And this is something that, he's had to mostly self-fund. Nobody's wanting to make these types of documentaries and films. We have to keep on getting out there and pushing the narrative forward. I've been out here screaming this from the rooftops for 6 6 years almost. And when I first started Nurse Freedom Network back in July of 2021, I can remember reaching out to every media outlet there was, like, listen, I have a story. Let me tell you what is happening in hospitals all across this country. I reached out to every politician in my state. Nobody wants to hear. And I will testify under oath, under whatever. I will testify to what I've seen and what's been happening all across this country, but nobody wants to get our story out there. And that was very disheartening. So we rely on independent voices like your own. And thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come on and help bring these conversations to a larger audience.
What about the myriad videos we've seen of nurses doing complicated dance routines in unison with each other? Now, if they were overworked and the hospitals were overflowing and we didn't have enough emergency beds, and where did they possibly find time to do that? And why the hell would they do that in the first place? And did you ever were asked to participate in that?
I was never asked to participate, nor would I ever participate. That was probably just one of the most embarrassing moments in the nursing profession overall. I think everybody thought that they were part of this. It's like a movie. I mean, it is a movie. The whole thing is ridiculous. But the fact that they were saying that we were so, and we were. But let me explain. So when they were saying, it's a pandemic. Remember they were saying it's a pandemic of the unvaccinated?
Yeah, but I remember that.
Yeah. Let me explain that a little bit further, because when they're saying it's the pandemic of the unvaccinated, if you remember when the shots came out initially, before you were considered vaccinated, it had to be 14 days following your second dose of the vaccine. Mm-hmm. So what was happening was people were getting the shot, maybe the first one, maybe the second one. They were getting COVID despite that fact, probably because of that. And then they ended up getting sick. They ended up getting hospitalized, and those are all marked as unvaccinated. Because it was not after that 14-day period, because there was no category for partially vaccinated or anything like that. So anytime I hear that a pandemic of the unvaccinated, I really want to make people aware. We knew that these people that were coming in, I saw the vaccine injuries at the bedside firsthand. I saw the paralysis, the strokes, the blood clots. I'm talking in young, healthy individuals. Males 18 to 35 were having so many cardiac issues. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen.
Took the shot.
And could you had previous? I mean, it's even to this day, about 6 years after. It's hard to fathom the satanic evil that people like Dr. Fauci and the medical establishment perpetrated on people knowingly. The people who are there to do the exact opposite, they were actually the enemies of their patients, and they're committing evil and poisoning them. Is it still hard for you to fathom that happened in a profession that you were so proud to be a part of?
It really is. That nursing is something that it was a calling.
Let me rewind that back, man. A poisoning the fuck.
When I walked away from my job, I want people to understand the weight of that, because I have never wanted to do anything but be a nurse since I was 2 years old. And for me, when I walked away, I gave up my career. I never thought I would work as a nurse again, to be honest with you, because I was speaking out. But I was willing to give it all up because of the level of evil. And there's something in this system. Even before COVID, it's not designed to keep anyone well. This is a sick care system. You look at the big pharma, all of the things, even prior to COVID. Probably the most depressing thing for me was seeing my patients come in through the ICU. A lot of the things that they came in with completely preventable with lifestyle modifications, but our doctors aren't out here trying to get people healthy or well. And that's part of the reason that I founded Remnant Healthcare, because we're out here trying to make a difference from a functional medicine root cause approach to getting people well. These patients that were coming in are on 25 to 30 prescription medications.
If you didn't go to the ER after a car accident, listen.
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that, right? They ain't trying to get people fucking healthy. Flat motherfucking power to the Flat Power family, man. They ain't trying to get motherfuckers healthy. Let's rewind that shit back.
I know it's.
Let's rewind that shit back. I've been saying this shit
for me was seeing my patients come in through the ICU. A lot of the things that they came in with completely preventable with lifestyle modifications, but our doctors aren't out here trying to get people healthy or well. You know, and that's part of the reason that I founded Remnant Healthcare, because we're out here trying to make a difference from a functional medicine root cause approach to getting people well. These patients that were coming in are on 25 to 30 prescription medications.
Yeah, I know it's so tell me a little bit about if you can, like I've lost many close lifetime relationships with people that I never, and the COVID really revealed their lack of character, and not only their lack of character, but their willingness to participate in an evil and do it in a very enthusiastic way. They're almost happy to do it, to try to force an experimental medical treatment on people. They almost half the Democrats were polled. And they said if they were asked if a parent isn't willing to vaccinate their child for COVID, would you be willing to take their children away? And almost half of them polled said yes. Yeah. So and now, so let me do two questions. The first, did you experience the loss of personal relationships in your family or in your friendships? And the second question is why do you think now that those same people who it's abundantly clear that they were 100% wrong will not admit it? So tell me about the first part and then get to the second.
Will not admit it. They've been tricked by the fucking corporation into taking that COVID-19 shot. Why they will not admit it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've definitely lost lifelong friends. Have unfriended me on social media, or they no longer speak to me. Most of the nurses that I worked with, even though I know some of them agreed with me, they don't dare associate themselves with me. Like they would never want to be seen with me or talk with me anymore, which is sad. But family members as well. I've lost a couple of family members who just don't. And I've had them tell me, I think you really believe that this happened, but it didn't really happen. So they're basically telling me that I'm crazy.
Yeah. Because they can't wrap their brain around the enormity of the lie that was told to them and the evil that was committed. They can't, their brain just can't handle it. Right.
And I get that, because it is a level of evil that you don't want to believe exists in this world. But once your eyes are opened to this, like there's no turning back. And you start to see the world through a completely different lens. I've gone back and looked at events through my entire life, and I'm like, oh, was it all just one big lie? Clearly.
Clearly. And I think the reason why I'm still shocked, like, so those people who distance themselves from you, and people who distance themselves from me, and then publicly slandered me, they'll never admit that they were wrong and I was right. And I think the reason why is because if they had to admit that they were wrong, they would also have to admit that they took part in an evil, and they acted like monsters, and they can't allow themselves to admit that that's in them, that they could actually be a monster to not only their fellow human man, but the people who they were intimately friends with and their loved ones, that they were actual monsters. And so they just, the cognitive dissonance is too strong. They won't allow that to happen. Do you think that's why?
I do think that's why. And just, ego. People, it's hard for people to, I guess, admit that they were wrong. I did have one person, I was really, really surprised. It was not a friend of mine. It was not somebody, but it was somebody that kind of was giving me a hard time, on an internet, chat group or something. And he had given me a hard time about the vaccines, talking about how vaccines save lives. Well, apparently he was injured.
You know what? It's hard to not,
he apologized.
It's hard to not have schadenfreude over stuff like that. And I don't want to see anybody vaccine injured except those people.
Right. I was actually really impressed that I was really grateful and impressed that.
I know some people that's taking a lot of medications too. But they talking about how these COVID vaccine 19 patients, they in denial that they've been experimented on. They still thinking, like I said, They're still thinking, hey, I might have to take the hantavirus shot. I got to take the hantavirus. I got to protect myself. And they've been tricked by evil people, these pharmaceuticals, man. And I'm happy that people telling the truth about this shit, man. Because it was censored for so fucking long, man. I'm the bad guy because I'm telling motherfuckers don't get the shot. I'm the bad guy. Because I'm telling people the immunization shot killed my daughter and they covered it up. I'm the bad guy. And that's what they did, even with family members. Like I said, I love my family to death. But a lot of them are still indoctrinated, and especially the older ones. They believe in what they hear on TV. They're closed-minded. The cognitive dissonance been kicked in. Because one thing I've learned, if you don't use your brain, you're going to lose it. Just like any other organ. If you don't give your organs, treat your organs right, them organs going to fail on you. But if you don't use your brain, you're going to lose it. Fundamentally, peace. Let's get back to the video.
It takes a lot for somebody to admit that they're wrong. And I appreciated that he did apologize. Like, I guess you were not completely wrong about the vaccine.
A lot of the motherfuckers on YouTube, they don't want to admit they took the COVID-19 shot and they wrong. It's mainly the educated ones, man. They're still believing in the indoctrination.
I think it took him maybe 3 or 4 boosters before he got it. I think, what are we on, 16 now?
Yes. And so, that's another question I ask people. It's like, so are you still taking your boosters? And they say no. I go, well, when did you stop? And so what you're saying is at some point you stopped believing the establishment, just like I did. I was just 4 years faster than you. So at some point you decided to start doing your own research and not trusting big pharma and the government and the media, which is bought by. So at some point they came around to our way of thinking, but they'll never admit it, right? It's always kind of a secret.
Yeah, exactly. They kept moving the goalposts. If you remember, first it was like 85% or 90% prevented transmission and all of the things. And then, it doesn't really stop transmission. It doesn't do this. It doesn't do. So they kept moving those goalposts, and it was very interesting. But there are people out there now that would willingly line up for this, like a hantavirus or whatever the rat virus is vaccine. If one were to come out tomorrow, they'd be rolling their sleeves up. Worse than that, they'd be rolling their children's sleeves up, which is really, really frightening to me. But, I really want to mention this too, because I feel like this is something that we don't talk about enough. With all of the population, not all of the population, but such a high amount of our population having received at least probably 2 doses of the COVID vaccine, nobody's really talking about how we've completely tainted our blood supply in this country.
Right.
I think this is something that we don't talk about nearly enough. And I try to get this out there to people. I actually did some research on what would it take, because I'm a nurse. I am very solution oriented. I'm like, okay, I see a problem here. Let's find a way. Let's find a solution. Let's fix it. I did some research. It's about $1 billion to start a new blood bank. So I'm sure there are people out there. Kimberly Overton is not one of them. But there are stopgaps in the middle until we get to that solution. I work with a company, organization called Pure Blood Registry. There are a couple other organizations out there as well. My practitioners at Remnant Healthcare, we work with them to procure clean and unvaccinated blood, and we facilitate the entire directed donation process. And I think that that's something that people don't realize, that they're going in there for if they need an urgent blood transfusion. Mm-hmm. I would, if it were me, and this is a very personal decision to people, but if it were me, I would take my chances, and I would either just go be with Jesus, or that's it.
Well, not only the tainted blood supply with this mRNA, which they don't know. There's no, again, you don't know what's going to happen. Even with a vaccine that's on the platform that we've used for decades, it takes at least a decade to figure out what's going to happen from that new This is a totally novel platform, this mRNA. They have everything they said about it, it wouldn't do, it does. It doesn't stay in your arm. It goes to every organ. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, all that stuff. So we don't even know what all the effects are going to be, or the effects of people taking the tainted blood, not to mention the tainted sperm.
Right. Oh, exactly. And we're not going to know the full ramifications of this for decades, because think of all the babies in utero that mothers were vaccinated. We're not going to know for decades what are the full ramifications. Are those people going to be able to reproduce? We don't know.
And no one's going to be held accountable. What would you like to see to happen to people? So people like Tony Collins and Dr. Fauci, who knew exactly what they were doing, who are legit monsters. Satanic monsters of the highest order. They're a Hitler and Pol Pot combined. What would you like to see happen to those people?
Gates.
Yeah, I mean, the death penalty, most certainly, maybe by lethal injection. And if they need a nurse, I'll give you my number. Okay. So,
Kimberly Overton, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your courage. It's always nice to meet a kindred spirit. I appreciate the work that you're doing. Tell people about your nurse network that people can contact.
Yeah.
Remnant Concierge, is that what it's called?
It's actually called Remnant Healthcare. It's remnanthealthcare.org, and we are a private membership association. We are completely outside of the mainstream. We offer professional advocacy services, because if there's one thing that we learned through COVID is that hospitals are not safe places. Please do not go into one without an advocacy plan in place. We have an incredible team of practitioners and advocates that will ensure that you are safe in the hospital, that you are being appropriately cared for. And, we've been involved in several medical kidnapping cases and different things where we've had to advocate and get people out of the hospital when they didn't think there was going to be any other way to get out. But aside from that advocacy, again, we do the pure blood registry advocacy, and then we also offer functional medicine consultations, homeopathy, and more holistic modalities that are actually getting people well, because we are not just medicating people with big pharma. We are getting to the root cause of illness, and we're eradicating it, and we're helping people to reach their highest and healthiest potentials. And we're doing it at affordable prices, because we want healthcare to be accessible to everybody. So our membership started just $30 a month. And then our consultations are all very affordably priced, with incredible practitioners that are all trained again in functional medicine, homeopathy, and more holistic modalities.
And can people contact you from anywhere in the United States?
Anywhere in the world. We are global.
Okay, fantastic. Kimberly Overton.
Shout out to Kimberly Overton, the nurse that talked about. I had a young lady that talked about it on my channel too. So shout out to that nurse that talked about it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen her in a while. But shout out to Kimberly too. And shout out to the Jimmy Dore Show for doing this, man. So basically, nobody hit the link. I'm going to shut it down. We're going to play hood politics, man, and close out. I'm going to shout out as many people as I can, man. Thank everybody for coming through, man. If nobody told y'all they love you today, OG and his family love y'all. Why won't let me share the screen, man? Right now. Here we go. One more time.
You are now entering
the Love Palace
with the goddess,
where we're getting into the lives of the people behind the bars. You feel me?
Now you talking with
the goddess of love. The goddess of love.
Now you talking with
the goddess of love. The goddess of love.
Now you talking with
the goddess of love. The goddess of love.
Now you talking with
the goddess of love. The goddess of love.
Nobody told you they like you. OG and his family love y'all, man. Power to the motherfucking people.
And think about what kind of monsters take a horrible tragedy like this, a personal tragedy that breaks everybody's heart.
gotta go to my emails, man. Let me stop this. I gotta go to my email. My brother Nasir sent me something in my emails I gotta play. I got you, brother Nasir. I apologize. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. Let's do this first. Share my screen. Here we go.
You ain't stand up for her and the children that she produces for us. It is better that we be dead.
Olivia walked the streets in the shadows, carrying dreams wrapped in pain. A little girl lost in the world of sorrow, where innocence fades like a distant refrain. She grew up too fast, learned to survive with a heavy heart and a burdened soul. But in her eyes, a flicker of hope. She dreamed of a life where she could be whole. Oh, Olivia, don't let history repeat. Your granddaughter's wandering down the same street. A legacy of strength, a lineage divine. Teach her to shine, let her spirit align. No more degradation, no more despair. A black woman's worth is beyond compare. Stand tall, be proud, let the world see. You're priceless, you're fierce, you're forever free. Now the young girl, she hears the call, tempted by voices that promise it all. But in the darkness, a light will arise. Wisdom of Olivia in her heart she'll find. Don't let him define you, don't play the game. A man's true worth is more than his name. Respect yourself, let your spirit ignite. You're the mother of nations, your future is bright. Oh, Olivia, don't let history repeat. Your granddaughter's wandering down the same street. A legacy of strength, a lineage divine. Teach her to shine, let her spirit align. No more degradation, no more despair. A black woman worth is beyond compare. Stand tall, be proud, let the world see. You're priceless, you're fierce, you're forever free. Let the voices rise, let the truth be told. Together we'll break every chain of gold. No more silence, no more fear, no more fear. Empower the young ones, let them hear. And sisterhood will stand, we'll fight. For every daughter will bring back the light. So Olivia, hold her close, guide her way. Teach her the lessons of love every day. A legacy strong, a future so bright. Together we'll shine, turning darkness to light. All my lost souls will break every chain in the heart of a woman. Freedom will reign.
The tides remember who we are. From the deep we rose, and to the deep we guide the world again.
Shout out my brother Nasir, man. Let me see if I can find hood politics and we're gonna close out, man. I appreciate everybody that came through, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I will be back. Like I said, I ain't gonna play hood politics part 4. I don't got time. I will be back tomorrow. Peace, everybody.